Hello, hello. Good morning. Happy Friday. How are we all doing? Hello, hello. Okay, so let's get right into this. Today, we are doing a very, hopefully, jovial, happy reading topic. What do they like most about you? When I'm filming this, these are timeless readings, but whenever I was filming this, we have just come off of Halloween and Samhain, and so I did some more topics that were like secrets and lies and, what's really going on, kind of heavier sort of topics. And I thought this would be just a nice little spruce of, why does this person like you? What are they drawn to about you? Even if you might have your problems, what is drawing them in? I'm mostly going to be focused on like romantic connections, but you can of course be asking about whoever is on your mind and just, take out the parts that seem to be more romantic, and you probably can still have some level of understanding of what this person likes about you. So, all right. I'm trying to think if I have any updates to make, but I think we should just go ahead and get into this. Now, I will say before we started, okay, because usually whenever I go about the mornings that I know I'm going to be live streaming, I try to clear out my energy and I'm channeling a lot of information. Now, I was channeling a lot of information today, but then it was really weird because right before I sat down to start filming this, I started to feel really scared or really confused and just intimidated here about the message. Wait, was I getting that right? So I'm already kind of picking up on a connection here. I'll say this quickly between potentially all three of these piles, but especially piles number 1 and 3, where I do feel like there is some karma that's being worked out here in the situation. And I think that's kind of the source of confusion, because I really do think that Spirit is assisting here at this current time to really unveil some karmic knots that have been going on here in this situation, because I think there's some kind of energetic spiritual attempt, if not actually attempts here by one of these people that's involved, to kind of confuse the situation about who is who and what is what. And I think somebody here is kind of starting to piece that apart and to actually get the slots in the right holes, if that makes sense. Starting to get see how I'm all of a sudden really confused. Okay, so there's something here going on with piles number 1 and pile number 3, and I don't want to say too much more than that I'm getting, but there may be a connection between those piles, and watching those two piles potentially, I obviously haven't done the reading yet, but could potentially help to clarify who is who or what is actually going on here in this situation. Okay, so with that, we've got 3 piles. Pile number 1 is the ocean. Pile number 2 is the hunter. That was nice. Pile number 3 is the riddle. Okay, so I'm going to hold all 3 up. So this is pile 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. So take a good look, be drawn into your stacks. You can absolutely be drawn into more than one pile. Sometimes the way in which your intuition is guiding you to a pile says more about, gives you more information about yourself or where you're at in the process or what's going on here than just the pile that you were drawn into itself. Okay, now I'm already starting to immediately calm here in this pile. It also happened when I touched pile number 2. So somebody here has some very good, very calming energy. They're just sending me a lot of love and just a lot of calmness. I feel like you might have this effect here on your person where there is potentially a lot that they don't know here about the situation. With this ocean energy, I'm hearing the song Ocean Eyes by Billie Eilish. This person may really like your eyes. But there could be some things that are submerged or secretive, and it's really deep, or it's very emotional. And I feel like this person has actually very deep, very strong emotional feelings for you. And like I said, I'm getting this connection between pile number 1 and pile number 3 because there's some karma to be worked out. And I strongly feel this person that you're asking about is potentially a soulmate and not a karmic. Whereas maybe pile number 3, there is more karmic energy that wants to come out here in that pile. But this one, I feel like there is some kind of strong, deep emotional bond, a calming effect that you have on this person's energy. And they may also really like you in the color blue. There could be a connection here when it comes to that. Now, I'm picking up on a particular scenario, but before we get into that, I actually want to, I brought some of my, I used to do this a lot where I would draw the paper bag. So I'm just going to pull out some little papers about like what specifically this person likes about you, but there's definitely like a heart-centered emotional connection here between the two of you. Okay. So right away, this person likes your intelligence and your flexibility. So I'm feeling like you may have some kind of like flexibility of mind as well. You may have even helped this person, again, unearth certain secrets or change their mind about like certain particular topics, because you could have actually revealed something that they were not considering or thinking about. It might have been emotional, but it doesn't have to be, because I feel like you're really good at kind of piecing things together. But I feel like you revealed something to this person, either about yourself or about a situation or about something they were trying to figure out. And you have this, I'm hearing mental agility, mental flexibility. And that's why they feel so calm around you, is because you are not a person who just like wants like campy. You know, you don't want to just sit in your camp. You really are kind of all about the truth. And this person really trusts you. Like that's really what I'm getting. They trust you. They trust your perspective. And I'm hearing they can't see you all the time. And that could be literally physically, or they can't always see where you're coming from all the time, but they can always trust that you're coming from a good place, a real place, and an authentic place. And I think usually when this person takes the time to try to understand you, try to understand your emotions or your background or where it is that you're coming from, they always gain something for it. Like when it clicks in, they were like, oh my gosh, wow, this person was right. Or like, yeah, they have like an immense amount of respect for you here as well. Look, decisive, but decisive was like flipped over. I think you can be decisive. It's like when you are decisive, you are very decisive. And it's because you have like actually done the background work to become decisive. But if you're not decisive, you have no problem saying like, well, it's just not a definitive conclusion here on this. Like we just need to stay open-minded about it and just try to feel it out. So there's a real honesty and integrity here to your energy, like your mental energy and your emotional energy. And there's a very good connection here between the two of them. Like you're just very clear in a way where this person isn't, because I'm kind of picturing like the saline salt kind of solution here of the ocean, where, yeah, they might be like, they keep all their salt in their body. Maybe this person has like a high sodium diet as well. And that is somehow in some way affecting their emotional state. Like they hang on to water, right? So like they hang on to their emotions. And so there's so much there that's like secretive, and you help this person to tap into it. Cause yeah, something here like that. Jewelry. Okay. This person likes the jewelry that you are particular, like that you like to wear. They like to see you in jewelry. This person may like to buy you jewelry. Some of you have very like nostalgic jewelry that maybe like belong to your grandparents or something here like that. But yeah, this person likes your jewelry. They like your arms. So they could like bracelets on you here as well. Or like if you have like a particular bracelet. Look, trust. I knew it. There's just a very strong, I'm getting the sense you might have been maligned in the past. Like just because this person couldn't see you clearly, and it was maybe because of their emotional content, or they could have had some kind of, again, this karmic influence in the background that maybe you didn't see, that could have been hidden or like kept secret. That's kind of what I want to get into. But your energy may have been maligned in the past, where it's like, because they didn't know a lot about you, they could have been like led astray about who you are, because you're kind of a formidable person. Somebody who tells the truth and somebody who is honest and integral is very threatening to people who have an agenda, because the truth and having an agenda, they're always at odds, right? And so because you're so clear and because you're so genuine, I think somebody may have tried to malign you, because I am getting that there's been some kind of third-party interference here. There's definitely karma that's being worked out here, but this person is starting to settle in their energy, and they're realizing that the natural feelings that they have towards you, you have a very gentle, beautiful, heart-centered, calming effect on this person. Look, and then feel and knowledge. Like, again, this is like an emotional intelligence or like feel good knowledge, but you do have like this knowledge that maybe is like hidden or buried knowledge. So it could be about like what is hidden or buried within the self. Now take this how it is. Like maybe some of you are educated in like, thank you so much for the $20, Catherine. Maybe some of you are educated in like, oh, you just heard excavating. So literally it could be something like archaeology or like history, like what has been hidden beneath the earth or something. Maybe you are a history buff, or you like looking into like ancient history or something like that. You could be educated about like the human body, what's like concealed and hidden within. But it's like whenever you speak about that, it illuminates things like for this person about like the interconnectedness of life or how amazing something is. It could be that you are educated in something like psychology or spirituality of like what goes on psychosomatically or like within it, like psycho-emotionally, like just within a person, things that are hidden, things that are buried. you have some kind of a knowledge that this person just immensely connects to. And I feel like they couldn't see it in the past, or they couldn't see it clearly because, again, of their own emotional content. But I'm getting like an intentional blocking. So there could have been, again, this third party that was very combative, very competitive, very conflicting, that was trying to kind of mask this and maybe even make it seem like you were the person who was conflicted or something here like that. So, definitely the cycles. Yeah, that's kind of what I think all of us have in common, is just like we really do like to learn about life and human beings here. Psycho-emotional. I knew what you meant. Yeah, okay, so let me just pull some cards here because this person may really like your back. I think this person likes when you get dressed up. They want to treat you very gently. There's an elegance here, like a softness, a sweetness, a subtlety, and an elegance to your energy. And I think you represent their own higher nature here in some way as well. And there is a lot of attraction here, but it's like you're. I always think of this like there's a Spanish word called hermosa, and it means pretty, but it means like beautiful. But it's like somehow it's like connected with the natural world, like breathtaking, like your energy is more beautiful to this person than like sexy or hot. You know what I mean? Because you're beautiful inside and out. And yeah, this is a really nice. I do feel like there could have been an obsession here, like from this person towards you, because they like that you're independent and that you're very self-contained. I don't think that you knew that this person was kind of obsessed with you or kind of felt this way about you. They like whatever it is that you do for work. I feel like there's a strong attraction here. I can't show you this card because YouTube might get mad, but there's a strong connection here with your hair. I feel like this person has really like sweated over this situation. They really like, especially at night, they could have like thought here a lot about this. I feel like this person likes your chest area. Okay, this person feels jealous. I think that they've seen you with somebody else, or like maybe you're with this person, or this person might be completely making this up in their mind, because like I'm saying, this person's own emotional content, it has blocked like the vision of you, block them being able to see you in the dark is what I'm getting. It could have prevented them from actually getting to know you and clarifying some of the things because they were afraid of what it was that they might unearth, or afraid of what it was that they might find because their own emotional content led them astray, or because, again, they could have been tampered with. They could have been told lies about you that they believed. But yeah, I feel like there could have been a tower moment here where this person felt like they love you, like this person loves you. I feel like they have a heart-centered connection with you, and but then there was somebody else that they feel like didn't care about you as much, and either they're making this up in their mind or they saw something kind of go on. And yeah, like there's sort of like a choice here, but I feel like it was also on this person's side too. That's what I'm saying. I feel like there's some kind of like contemplating about this situation. This is like a complex situation where there's, like I said, it feels like there's been a lot of influences that have clouded the judgment here in this space. This person also likes you though, because I also feel like you don't try to impress them. So other people may try to impress them by like dressing a particular way that they think this person likes, or in order to try to get their attention, and this person like kind of catches on to it, but I think you're just yourself. There's something so authentic about your energy, and this person likes the real you, and they like that, and they want to keep you like kind of safe or guarded or protected. And yeah, they want to take care of you. This person, and this is kind of, okay, what I was wanting to get into, but I'm kind of wondering if I'm supposed to get into it now or if I'm supposed to get into it here in pile number 3. But I'm just going to keep going with this, and then if it wants to come out, it's going to come out. But because I just don't want to confuse you, and I don't want to confuse this group as to what exactly is going on. Something in my mind just said now is the time, potentially, to say something, to unearth something. Maybe this person is feeling like now is the time to say something here to you about their feelings, because we have the King of Cups come out, okay? So this person, again, it's like, they really do love you. They find you to be very emotional, very creative. You could be at a distance here from this person. They want a new beginning. This is very good. This is like soulmate energy. It's very heart-centered energy. But they feel like they kind of came at you or at this situation as a page in the past. And I feel like this person is really attracted to like wanting to fix this here with you. Okay, so can I show this card? Because I really want to. Yeah, there's nothing inappropriate. Okay, I love this card so much, the Two of Wands in this deck, because there's just so much chemistry and connection. So I feel like this person really likes your conversation, like you're always engaging. You guys might have a really good back and forth. It could be a really good banter, a really good wit. I feel like you probably do make each other laugh, like you really connect on an emotional level. And But it's also just like there's a lot of physical chemistry, a lot of physical connection, and you're just like, see how close they are? Like they're touching their hands, they're touching their feet, like they're both like their feet. I said their feet. Like they're both just kind of, their faces, their bodies are really connected. They're leaning in, they're enjoying the food, and they both, like, he's got his bow and arrow behind him, and she's got some kind of, I don't know if I can say that word, but she also has something similar in the background. You can tell they probably like hunting. Oh, and pile number 2 was the hunter. So you both like maybe are go-getters. You go after what it is that you want. And there's the Ace of Wands like in between the two of you. So like there's just a kindred spirit here, even though you kind of come at things from different ways, like you still very much connect and you keep each other always like forever engaged and interested. And there's just like a good conversational rapport. I just feel like your bodies are like in sync. Like you're just really, really, this person really, I think they may want to have children with you, or like this person just sees that they can have everything with you. So, and I feel like that might bring some kind of a clarity here to the situation, because this person potentially did show up as a page in the past. They were confused about, like, they thought that you wouldn't accept them for some reason. They thought it's weird because they thought that you were everything, but they thought that you would not have, that you were disinterested, or that I think you were just busy. Like, I think you had a lot going on here in your routine. This person could have also tried to use somebody else to make you jealous. Yeah, but they really wanted you the whole time. Yeah, it was like manipulation or something like that. So I feel like that might shed some light here on the situation, because they feel like they didn't take the higher cup. Thank you, Elemental Priestess, for the 1111. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, like they feel like they didn't take the higher cup here in the past, which I think was you and your relationship, but I also think it was like emotional maturity. This person may have also had others. Like they may have also had other options. And that's kind of what I'm getting like here. I think there's just like a lot of other people that are involved here. So it's kind of messed up for this person to have others, to potentially be trying to like wave somebody in front of your face, confusing you, and then you move on with somebody else, and for them to be like, that's my soulmate. Like, I feel like that's kind of what went on here. And you probably would have been like, can you excuse yourself? Like, are you going to show up, or are you just going to continue to be very confusing? Like, I'm trying to move on, you know? And yeah, maybe you did get hurt. Maybe you were around people that didn't love you and you couldn't see that, but this person was not doing what they needed to do. So, yeah, and I feel like this person just wants to have a heart-to-heart conversation with you. They were feeling defensive. Like, that's what it was, is like they were feeling defensive with their heart. And I feel like this person feels like if they could just, oh, tomorrow is 11/11. Okay, I get it. Yeah, like, they feel like if they could just now open up and like show you their heart, that's actually the strength that they needed. That was the higher cup that they needed to take the higher path. And that would lead the King of Cups here to his Queen of Cups. There's just a lot of like very strong energy. And again, we have the Sun here on the bottom. I can't show you this card in this deck, but the Sun is all about like clarity and warmth and vitality in this kind of new beginning. Okay, so now I think I'm going to kind of get into this situation. I'm really hesitant to, because it's like kind of a lot to explain. And I don't necessarily want to taint this soulmate connection here with this. Maybe, should I? Keep going back and forth. So I think this is this person of like, should I explain this, or is it going to confuse you more? That's kind of what I'm getting. It's like, I think this person wants me to explain like what it is that I'm seeing, to understand, like for you to understand certain things. But then there's this hesitation of like, it's so involved. And like, if I explain this, like, I don't know how you're going to take it. And I really don't want to risk you like, what if you don't care? You know, like what if you don't care? What if you're like bored by the situation? What if, yeah, but there is a lot here to explain, to understand, because there was some kind of like third influence, and this person was very conflicted here in the past, but they're realizing that you're just very sweet, and you are also very independent. I think this person's very attracted to your body. They're attracted to, I feel like there's something about you that's very vital, like you come off like you're like glowing, or that you're healthy, or that you're robust. You could like age. I don't know if you've known this person for a while, but sun types, I'm getting that in your energy. Like they tend to age very gracefully. They tend to age very well. They are forever learning things. These are people that like learn new languages even when they're like 70 years old, just because it's something that they like and it's something that they want to do. They're always keeping themselves kind of engaged. They always are like very physical. They could potentially eat very well, very healthy. I feel like this person likes your skin. They find that you are like very glowing. I mean, this person is just like really attracted to you on all levels. This is like very much a soulmate connection. And I'm really hesitant to get into this. So maybe I can, I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and get into this. Okay. So I'll say this. If you're a man Okay, no, that's the karmic. I think I'm just gonna wait to talk about this in pile number 3, like what it is that's coming through. But just know that like this person likes your physicality. They could like your innocence, your sweetness. This person really has just never met another person here like you, really. So let me just get another deck that's different, and I'll pull. You're not argumentative. You don't jump to conclusions. All right. Look, this is a blue deck as well. So there is something here about the color blue. Huh. Hold on. My energy is all confused and it's all muddled now. Again, like there's something here about this, like where this like kind of comes in. Yeah, and Leo's like, I just got a burst of anxiety all of a sudden. Like, I'm just telling you. Okay, so I just saw the Lovers. Because this person feels like they're going to be cut off, or like that they're not going to be, like they're confused. There's a lot of emotionality here. And I feel like they were just kind of gearing up to talk. And then like I read a certain thing and then they were like, okay, well like, never mind, you know, like. I'm not, yeah, I know mine is too. It's so weird. I'm not going into the karmic situation here, like, because I feel like, again, if you're interested in that and you want to kind of know what's been going on behind the scenes, I feel like that's going to come out in pile number 3. But it's funny because before I sat down here, like I was kind of channeling like certain messages before I sat down here and I like did my prayers and like I put all my protections up. That's when I was like kind of channeling this other energy, which is why I feel like there's another energy here that is trying to tamper with this connection. It's trying to confuse things. It wanted me to talk about the karmic situation here. And then I had to kind of like pump the brakes and stop and like just so that the two of you can actually genuinely see each other for who you are and actually genuinely connect on that like heart-centered level. So I do feel like there's been some level of like, even on an energetic level, tampering, and it doesn't have to mean that somebody here is doing craft, although it like it could, like negative craft, but it could mean that. But I just feel like there's a karmic energy that is like challenging this soulmate connection in some way. Yeah. This person admires your strength because I feel like there could have been a painful ending here. There could have been a betrayal, and you have really leveled yourself up from this. They admire your grace, the way that you carry yourself. I feel like you might have very good posture. You're just elevated. The Temperance card is elevated. Some of you could have traveled. At the very least, you've traveled in your mind. This person just can't help, like, because of how you've handled yourself here in this situation, they just see you as somebody who is like very elevated, and they really admire this. Yeah, and I think some of you, it's like they just see that you've moved on in a big way. All right. Yeah, they see you as having a higher perspective. I think this person may be a little bit more, again, defensive or childish in like the way that they try to go about what is going on in my mind. Like it's like nobody cares. And instead of like, okay, if you don't care, perhaps leave the energy. Leave the energy, leave the reading, because I feel like this person, there's been a situation here where it's like, this person has dealt with somebody where it's like, okay, that's valid, that's your emotional space, but not everything is about you. And like, there's other people that are involved here. So I think that it's like, this person has certain things that they would like to get off their chest because it's their truth. And it might have taken them a while to kind of come about it, but it's their tenderness, it's their emotionality, it's their story, and it's like they're trying to process things, they're trying to come to grips with it, and it's just claiming me up, and it's making me feel like weird. Yeah, the truth here in this situation. So, and this person struggles with their emotions. So what they appreciate about you is your elevated nature, because I just saw the 8 of Swords. So it's like this person just gets like so clouded in their head. And then I saw the 7 of Wands. So they can get very defensive because they feel like, you know, a type of way around that. And I just heard, I don't know how to do this. Like, I don't know how to do that. I'm sorry it's taken me a long time. I'm sorry that I'm hurting you in the process. I'm not meaning to hurt you in the process. I literally am like, I just heard I literally am this immature. I'm this underdeveloped here in this like certain parts of myself. There's a lot of me that is hidden. There's a lot of me that's secret. And there's a part of me that feels like you're safe. That feels like you are that person. Like, I'm hearing like, where's that like heart-centered connection? There's a part of me that feels like you are that person that I can trust, and I can try to do this for the first time. I can try to open up, just to reveal certain, like my secrets, just to reveal certain things so that you can piece this all together. But then I don't know if I would be hurting you. I don't know if I would be reopening wounds. I don't know if you would be mad at me, because this person knows that they're kind of in that position where they're stuck in their mind and they get very defensive. And if they put things out, like if somebody were to step to them that way, that they would react in that very like reactionary way of like, well, you know, you missed your chance and this, that, and the other thing. But this person sees you a different way. They see you as like actually being elevated, and this person's wanting to be more like you. And so they're wanting to take those like kind of first steps, but then it's like, should I, shouldn't I? Am I gonna get yelled at? Am I gonna get, you know, and they just really don't know what to do. So this person's like very much working out a certain process, and they're trying to figure out exactly who you are, because they're stuck, they're stagnant, and they're just getting this different perspective. I do feel like there was aspects of you, and it could be your depth, your emotionality, your elevated nature that were hidden in the past, again, from this person for all the reasons I already described, and they're getting this new perspective here on you. This person's starting to realize that there's something here toxic in their past, and maybe that they were a player, or they were like a Casanova type, or like they made empty promises, or that they were just stuck in this like fantastical dream here. And this could be with somebody else, because a lot of times this is Vishaka energy. This is poisons from your past, and a lot of times it links to something sexual. So there could have been some kind of sexual indiscretion, or some kind of poisonous sexual nature here from their past that is their karma, and they want to work through it. And they know they have this aspect to themselves. They've seen it very clearly here with the sun. They want to heal this. They maybe want to get help from some kind of like a professional, they think that you are like, again, maybe you see this very clearly. And so again, it like just puts this person in their anxiety. So this person is like sniffing around their own karmic knot right now, and they're wanting to reach out, you know, but again, it's like they want to also be like a big man. They want to rush in quickly. They want to have like a lot of confidence when it comes to you as well, because this person likes your confidence. They like your independence. They like that you don't need them. And they like that you were able to walk away, even though there clearly was a lot of emotion between the two of you. Very clearly, you have just this like very clear soulmate connection, and then all of a sudden, like they admire. I feel like this person admires the way you handle yourself. You handled yourself the way I should have handled myself. Is the way I'm getting it. So this person, I feel like, is going through a dark night of the soul, and they are looking for sanctuary, and they feel like you could potentially be their sanctuary, even if they think that you could be mad, or that you've already put this to bed, or that you've already moved on. This person believes in your soul connection. They believe in your friendship. They believe in the emotional connection between the two of you. Yeah. They would like to have a plan, but they can't think of one where they like can't exactly win. This person's like very stuck. They want a reunion. They might want to see you at a reunion, and they view you as like their happy relationship partner. Like if they could have gotten it together in the past, like they view that this could have been really good. This could have been really happy. I feel like this person thinks about another couple friends that they may have, or that you guys may know together, and it's like, we could hang out with them, and that would just be a raucous good time. Like I'm just picturing people playing cards and laughing and making jokes and stuff. Okay. Yeah. So this person is really trying to see what it is that you're up to. They're trying to gauge the waters. They're trying to see how open you would be here to this connection. So now I'm going to grab some messages cards, because I feel like this situation will kind of more play out in the other piles. Like this person just really has a lot of love. I just heard decency, respect, tenderness. I think there is like I said, there's a lot of physical attraction here, but it's really not the focal point. Like I feel like this person's trying to be very respectful. They don't want to be in here like booty, 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 booty. You know what I mean? Even though, like I said, there is a lot of attraction here, it's like so much more than that. And I feel like this person is trying to demonstrate that they are mature, and that they have changed, and that they are like very respectful, and that they're serious about you. And they can conduct themselves in a way that is conducive to having a very protective, very loving soulmate relationships. Look, I don't react when people mention you. This person's a lot under the surface, like especially with their emotions. They really are. There's a lot that's secret here. I want you. Look, I don't react when people mention you, but I want you. And I feel like maybe this person's energy is like coming out in the hunter energy. I bury myself in work to forget you. And to forget what they've done, because this person's very ashamed and embarrassed about the way that they behave themselves. They don't like to think about that part of themselves. They don't like to think about that part of their past. They don't like to think about their emotions just in general. I feel like you are their soulmate, and the reason Spirit planted you right in the middle of all the things that they struggle with in order to get them to struggle with it. They planted you right in the middle of, in order for this person to kind of come towards you and think on you, and this is the karmic knot, I think, between the two of you. They have to get in touch with their emotionality. They have to look at their weaknesses and where they feel vulnerable. They have to understand the ways in which they behaved that was underhanded or shameful. They have to kind of like go through all of that. So it's like whenever they think of you, they have to think about all these different things. And that's what this person's struggling with. They're really, at the end of the day, they're not at all confused, or they don't struggle with how they feel about you. They struggle about how they feel about themselves and the way that they feel that they behaved and acted, that they wish they didn't. And so I feel like right now this person's just trying to not look at it, when in reality, it's like they need to look at it. They need to have kindness and compassion for themselves. I think they are looking at that, like for that from you. But first and foremost, this person needs to have like kindness and compassion with themselves and like really practice that self-love of like, okay, I'm going to get in here. Unclogging and cracking open that old heart chakra. That's where you live. I'm literally seeing, like the Venus in the shell that like kind of cracks open. I'm literally seeing that is you, like you are the Venus in the shell, like right over their heart chakra. And it has been like locked. But you know what? Just like a shell, it's like buried at the bottom of the ocean, and it's under like a lot of pressure and everything. But when you crack it open, it's like a pearl. And it's like the best thing. Like, I feel like this person's heart is actually very beautiful. This person I think didn't conduct themselves in the best way in the past, but it's not authentically who they are. And you are like cracking open that heart chakra. We will be together again. I want to tell you how I feel. I wonder if you're happy without me. Yeah. They wonder if you think about them the same way. This person sort of knows that they behaved in a way that when you think back on them, you might think that they were like an asshole, a player, somebody who tried to triangulate you with somebody else, somebody who wasn't serious about you, somebody who didn't show you their emotions. They might think like, actually I think they might surprise this person because the emotional pull for you is so strong. Like when they think back and they're like, oh my gosh, but like I really didn't ever really tell this person or let on how much I cared about this person. And so when they think back on me, oh, there's this beautiful Garth Brooks song that is like, if tomorrow never comes. If tomorrow never comes, will she know how much I love her? Oh my gosh, you should listen to that song. Like, it's like, I just want to make sure that you know how much I love you if tomorrow never comes. And this person is like, she probably doesn't know how much I love her, because now when I think back, I was too busy trying to play strong guy, tough guy, cool guy, to ever let her know. Look, I remember every detail of that day. I feel like there was a moment where this person was like getting ready to like maybe say their emotional content or something, or like something when something went wrong. They remember they play it over in their mind. I just saw just being near you is intoxicating. I feel like this person's so keyed up emotionally, but then they don't deal with it like head on. So I think they're just scrambling. Like their actions were not clear because they just Yes, love is not just a feeling. Love is a verb. I lost myself for a little while. Look, I wonder if you're happy without me. I left you before you could leave me. I will wait for a sign from you. This person really just got scared. They fell prey to like the weaker part of their natures. Maybe they think it's not strong to be vulnerable. I'm going to get my other deck and then we'll move on to pile number 2. I feel proud of myself as a reader. And I don't know, maybe this is like connected to this because I literally keep getting pulled back to like describing this karmic situation that again wants to come out in pile number 3. And I feel like in the past I would have just like been like, okay, well, I'm getting this information, so I probably want to just like give it, right? Because I just view myself as a channel. I shouldn't be in my mind, like I shouldn't be trying to police whatever messages are coming through because the messages don't come from me and they're not meant to serve me, So it's like, I think I would have done that, but I think that something about that would have messed up this reading and messed up the vibe and confused you even more. Like, so what do they feel about me? But Spirit is just wanting this to come through very clearly. The emotionality between the two of you is love. And I'm just hearing, we got to get back to that with you two. Okay, so whatever's unfolding in this lifetime or in other lifetimes, you both deserve to live this out. You both deserve to like hold hands and look into each other's eyes and, laugh, let that dinner scene that I showed you, like you deserve that. That's who you are. That's what you both want with each other. That's what you want for each other. That's what you want to share with each other. Okay, but we just got to get back to that. Okay, what else? Spirit with the messages. I know I was wrong by not talking to you. Would you be open to talking now? Literally what I just said. I love you so much no matter what. Amazing. That reminds me of Maya Angelou, Love Liberates. She says, I love you if you're across town. I love you if you're over here. I just love you. It doesn't matter if you're doing what I think you should be doing. I'm going to practice loving you because love liberates and love is not selfish. And it's, and I think that might be like, I feel like the love in this situation is elevating in this lifetime. No matter how this plays out, again, love is not just a feeling, love is a verb. Love liberates. Love is not selfish. It's not looking at like, well, what did you do to me? I feel like you both are learning lessons about this that's kind of elevating your love. And Spirit is like, look, this is the power of this connection, that even when things kind of go wrong, you still have to understand that you both feel love for each other. And that love is very grounding and it'll bring you home. I'm hearing it'll bring you home. I feel so much more calm in this, like when I first started. So I feel like this person, again, they're very anxious, but it's like as soon as they get around you and as soon as they get talking to you, they just feel like, oh, right, this is just my person. It's just natural between the two of us. Catherine said Miss Beth, and I heard in my mind Macbeth. So I don't know if there's like themes of Macbeth, or like maybe this person wants to take you to like outdoor theater, or like, what's the thing where you eat with your hands and you watch the jousting? Medieval times. Something like that that's like outdoor or interactive, or like, you know, you're eating and you're watching something, like, I don't know. Yeah, you know, this is like the situation around this is carnage, okay? Like the situation that I'm getting in my mind that I'm gonna, I'm hearing, save that for the karmic, okay? Like, yeah, like that I was gonna unleash, kind of like, it's that the situation that overlaid this was chaotic, and it was full of carnage and a lot of like cruelty maybe, or strategy, but it's just spirit is like not with the soulmate connection. This isn't over between us. I'm coming back for you. Yeah, is as in tragic. Okay, A Knight's Tale. I love that. I love that movie so much. Okay. I'm always here for you. Okay, yeah, this is your connection. I feel like this person, like sometimes though, they lose the love between the two of you, and look, because like the shadow side of this, we need to let each other go. I don't understand what this connection really is, and that's because of everything that's gone on here that has caused the confusion between the two of you, where you look at your actions and it's like everybody's just kind of instinctual and trying to protect themselves and trying to navigate these like very strong feelings, and it's really given a different impression. But that's like the shadow side here. Look, no matter what happens, my heart will always belong to you. I feel like that's just the truth of the situation between the two of you. I think it's on something. I just saw it recently. I didn't see the movie recently, but I saw the picture, the like thumbnail thing recently. Okay, anything else? I hope the future will bring us together. No other compares to you. You're so sweet. Now I just kind of want to sit in this energy. I'm always here for you again. I need to own up to where I feel sure about this relationship, because I feel like this person felt sure about you. Their feelings were sure about you. Regardless of what other bullshit or carnage was going on here, this person was always sure about you in their heart. It's just sometimes they overrode it for whatever reason. All I'm thinking about right now is how attracted to you I am. I feel like, you know, this will start off very sweet and like very gentle, because this person, again, they want you to know that they are serious and that they are mature and that they're not being drawn into you for the wrong reasons, that they see you for all that you are. But then I think this person would like, I think this person's kind of funny, and I think this person's funny about the way that they would hit on you too. But again, I think it's like cheeky, and I think that you both kind of like that. The cheeks again, okay? Like, I feel like this person may like your cheeks, but I'm hearing like those cheeks, like the booty. I feel like there is something here with the booty, but it's like they don't want to tell you that they like the booty just like right away, but it's like they like the booty, you know? Okay, so I'll just see if there's anything else. Well, maybe I'll pull from my obstacles deck, and then I'll move on to pile number 2. Congrats on your new job, Beth. Maybe somebody here got a new job as well, like this person, or maybe you did. That's another part of the message. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Involvement with the law. Time to get out of a situation. Somebody here could definitely be going through a divorce. That could be something that is secret. Or there could have been other involvements here with the law. Maybe to do with work. I'm picturing this is like a pail. I'm hearing Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack came down and tumbling down, and Jill came tumbling after. So like there could have been Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. So somebody here wasn't thinking, and then like there could have been a situation here, and I'm seeing somebody go pale, like when they like realize something, or when they realize what was going on. So there could have been a divorce here that could have to do with the karmic situation. And then look, younger woman dealing a relationship with a younger woman, elephant, a long journey, either physical or mental, that will leave you wiser at the end. So maybe, maybe that's with you, this situation. So anything else? Ring. A marriage will take place, either romantic or business. And turkey. Somebody's behaving stupidly. I feel like this person's like, look, I was the turkey. I can admit it. Like, this should have been what it's not now. And like, this was headed to marriage, and I freaked and I behaved in, uncouth ways. And I was a turkey. I was a turkey. And you know, turkeys are very rarely are they alone. Well, they are actually alone sometimes, but you always sort of feel bad for those ones. Because like a lot of times they're in like a big group. So I feel like this person again could have gotten involved with other stupid, arrogant turkey people in the past. So, you know, we've all been there before, like judge not lest you be judged, right? Okay, so that's the end of pile number 1. That was honestly beautiful and I was really scared. So I wonder if like maybe you're both scared about like confronting this, but it'll actually be something that's like really beautiful. At the end, it'll give you both a lot of peace. Okay. Whew. Yep, divorcing pile number 3. Well, I'm really not looking forward to getting into the energy in pile number 3. Like I have such trepidation for it already. We're not even in pile number 2. Yo. Okay, you uncultured swine. Okay. All right. So moving on to pile number 2, let me get a little water. Oh my gosh, I feel so comforted. I feel calm after that pile. Okay. Pile number 2. What does this person like about you? So this one is interesting. There's a lot of physical sexual attraction here with this one as well. Somebody could be like built like a horse. Now don't get offended by that, okay? Because like the horse yonis in the zodiac, this is, you might have horse yoni energy, Ashwini, Shadabishak. It's a healing energy. And when I picked this up the first time, I was like, somebody here could actually have very healing energy, but it comes by way of like being very strong or very protective. So that could be another thing where it's like you're strong, you know, you're independent, you're very protective. Oh yeah, because I'm seeing like, I'm seeing this image in my mind. I saw this on YouTube a while ago where there was this like family of wild horses. This was like a modern thing. This happened like not long ago. And it was out in like the southwest of the United States. And some people hunt these wild horses. Like they're few and far between, but it was like a family. And the male horse was like actually pretty aggressive, like actually very protective, actually like really hard to like wrangle and like really put up a fight. Like he went on the run too. He made it for like weeks. They couldn't catch this horse. It was impressive. So I feel like, again, somebody here, it's like they're very fast. They're very independent. They really hold on to their independence. And I think that's something that the two of you may actually have in common. So that's something that's like very sexy, very attractive here to this person. Now, what I meant when I was saying somebody is like built like a horse, okay? Because like these horse yonis, Ashwini and Shadabishak, is they are kind of known for having like a unique look to them, or like they really do kind of stand out as being very attractive. I'm also getting like the tiger yonis. It's very much the same way. So somebody could just walk in here. You could also, some of you, it's like there's something about you that just stands out, and it could be your face, or it could be like maybe some of you are tall. So you could have some of these features of a horse, just takes whatever resonates. So you could have like maybe very like long, thin legs, maybe like a strong neck. You could have like a longer face. Maybe you have like a thick jaw. Maybe you have like really pretty hair. You could have that booty, you know. But there could be some like elements of that. I feel like this person can really like your teeth. And again, like you're very strong, you're very independent. You could be very athletic as well. Some of you are like runners. I just heard runner's body, swimmer's body, like something here like that. But I do think there's like just a lot of very strong like physical attraction. Yeah, because like I said, the horse yonis like really do stand out. But I'm also hearing like dark horse energy. So I feel like this person also likes your focus, your drive, and your determination. They just kind of sense that you have this quality about you. And again, I'm feeling like there's an overlap here in this energy, where you both, it's like you both have this energy, but just like in different ways. And so I think this person sees in you somebody that values and protects their own independence and individuality, but you're not antisocial, and you would be very protective of theirs as well, or you would understand that in them. But also I'm kind of getting like, to be honest, okay, there's like a little bit of like the living on the edge, the wild side, bad boy, bad girl kind of traits here. But this is reminding me of Kristen Bell and Dax Shepard. In the interview that I'm referencing in my mind, somebody was asking Kristen Bell, like, okay, well, what was it that like drew you to Dax Shepard, you know, at the beginning? And she said, you know, there's always this thing about him where, you know, everybody knows girls like a bad boy, but he was this like bad boy energy that always felt very safe to me, you know, like he would never like actually hurt me, because like apparently like from the beginning of their relationship, he was just very open and honest with her about like she said he broke up with her at first because he was like, look, you are great and you are faithful and loyal, and that's what you're asking for, and that's not the place that I'm in. He had just gotten out of a relationship, but I'm not going to lead you on, and I don't want to be a person to disrespect you. So it's like, yeah, he still was like kind of wanting to play the field, but he wasn't going to hurt her in doing it. So I feel like there's just this connection here of like, okay, yeah, like you are a little wild and free and independent, but there is still something about you that is upright, or at least like towards me, or something that I can really like put my faith in and trust. But there's a sense here of like coming out of that like dark horse energy and moving towards the light, even though the light's coming from the keyhole. So it's like somebody here, it's like they recognize that you respond very well to the light, like whether it's their light or an idea that they put in front, that it's something that you actually do like and are genuinely drawn to in some way, shape, or form, that you are drawn to kind of having some kind of elevated perspective. Maybe somebody here like had a really gnarly, nasty background where it's like they had to survive. So I'm just hearing, I will survive. Hey, hey. Like this person really does think you're kind of like a Swiss Army knife. Like you will survive, but you're not like a bad person. So they maybe even see like you've had to do what you had to do in order to get by, but you're going to get up out of that. You're going to be stronger. And you're somebody who's like really elevated and like made something here of yourself. There's just a lot of grit, a lot of speed, a lot of determination. Yeah. And I'm just getting like just there also maybe is like just a physicality here, like to this group, like a capable physicality here in some way. Maybe you like move very well. And this, like, you could be athletic. You could be like, I don't know, a dancer or an athlete or something. You could be. But this also just, I think, is like a well-integrated physicality. Like and a street smarts. There's a street smarts here to this group. Yeah. And maybe it's teetered in the past. But, okay, let me get my little cards here. Start off here. That's him. Aw. Long arms, too. Yes, she is the voice actor from Frozen. She's also hilarious. Okay, so maybe there is, and again, Dax Shepard, Kristen Bell, they're both hilarious people, and they're hilarious together. I saw this one, I really like them as a couple. I watch a lot of things, they entertain me. There's this one where they're on the Ellen show, and she made them, I know Ellen's like not a great person, but like back before we knew that, they were on the Ellen show, and she made them wear these like eye masks that had eyes on it that like made them look kind of dopey. And then she had them like taste these things, and then they had to describe it to the other person, and it was just really hilarious to watch. Anyways, okay. Okay, like a lot of physical stuff here. Shoulders. Somebody said like arms, profile, smell. This is very primal. This one's very primal. Eyes, and it's, okay, wait, stomach, abs. Yeah. This is very physical, this one. There's a lot of sexual attraction. Demeanor. Wait, there's a Beyonce song. He got a big ego. Such a huge ego. So I don't know, if you've been with this person, they probably like whatever you got going on there. There's a part in that song that I was picking up on that I can't actually get. Okay, kids. So maybe you have kids with this person, or you have kids and they like that, or they feel like you guys can be kids together, like you just are big kids together. Like, again, with the horse, this is very, like, romping around. Like, you don't take yourself too seriously. And this person may be physical as well. And so they, again, like, there's all this physical stuff, and it is superficial to a certain extent. Like, they really like the way that you look. But they want somebody who can keep up with them, you know, and, like, keep up with your kids and, like, have, like, some kind of, you know, lifestyle, be on the go or something like that. Or this person just really thinks that they could have kids with you. Okay, thighs and introvert. But introvert was, like, kind of on its head. So it's, like, they like, I think, your outward demeanor, but then they also like, I think you do have a more introverted nature. You keep to yourself, or you're very reflective. And they like when you're just like in the home together, or like chilling. They like that you can do both, I think, here with this file. I'm sweating. Yo. This is a funny group, because you know what's funny is, like, I think that this is, again, like the light, like this person that you're asking about, I think like they're the light, and you probably would be very surprised that this person has like a very sexual side to them, a very sexual nature. That might really surprise you, but that this person is like really sexual. Couch potatoes need not apply. Yo, same. Oh my. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Okay. I mean, this person, okay, I can't show you these cards. I wish I could, because a picture is worth 1,000 words, right? And maybe that's the way that they feel about you. But yeah, I feel like this person thinks that you are friends. Like, you have this like very strong like friendship kind of connection, but it is like very emotional. You guys might have the same friends, and they like that you can be kids together, like, and have friends together and like everything. This person just feels like enveloped. I think this person kind of thinks about you coming up behind them and just like kind of holding them. Like this kind of a thing is really cute. Yeah, I mean, this person just thinks that they can have it all with you, to be honest. It is more than just physical. It is, but it's also physical. And I think that with this person, it might shock them. Like with the pile number 2 person, like, hey, if this is you, it may actually shock you because this person might be like very straight laced, you know, or like, again, very of the light. And they're very high vibrational, but it doesn't mean that they don't have a sexual side. I'm hearing Kesha, good girls know how to get hard too. I had that vision all the time. Yeah, because it is very emotional here as well. Because we have Saturn energy here, and Saturn is like integrated and it's just having everything. And we have the 3 of Cups, which is, again, it's like love, it's friendship, it's an emotional connection. And I should also mention that this like little thing that I'm drawing from is mostly body parts. So it's going to come out that it's very physical. Okay, yeah, a lot of arms, a lot of back. I just feel like if you guys have been sexual, like they really like how you handle yourself. Yeah, they like that. It's kind of the same as pile number 1, to be honest. There's a lot of overlap here between these 2 piles. And honestly, this might be 2 sides of the same coin, to be honest with you. Like you both actually might feel both. Pile number 1 was the more emotional. That's kind of what I'm getting is I feel like there's somebody here, like I think this is a shared energy for most of you between pile number 1 and pile number 2. It's just that somebody here, it's like maybe it's more dominant in the pile number 2 energy and then is more dominant in the pile number 1, but it might actually shock you that the other is there in the other person. You know what I'm saying? So like, does that make sense? So it's like, I think this person, it would shock whoever this person is to know like, okay, yeah, there is like that sexual connection here as well. Like this person is actually very sexual. They're thinking that way because they would expect them to have more of the pile number 1 perspective, you know? And it's like vice versa. I hope that makes sense. So you still need to lift your head to look at him. He's hunky-dory. Yeah. Aw. And I'm getting like there might be that big one, small one. Because like you both kind of picture that like kind of coming up behind somebody and like hugging them like that. Like this is cute. This is really cute. But there is a lot of fears here as well. I do think that this person, though, is worried that you are with other people and that you would hide that. Like that you are, yeah. They know that you have a past, but this person doesn't know, like, okay, this is where I think, like, again, this is kind of skewing more towards the masculines. I think we are tapping into that. It's like they know that you have a past, that you maybe have been with other people. I think it gives them a lot of anxiety. And so if this person maybe feels like if they cut it off, that's why they cut it off, is because they don't want to be a secret. They don't want you to have secrets. They don't want a betrayal trauma, basically. And they feel, yeah, this person's an empress. Okay, so this person that you're asking about is an empress, and they damn well know that they're an empress. So, but they're also this hermit. Like this person, we're all confused because I think everybody is recognizing that this is the way that they feel about this person, okay? But I'm still going to give the message as if it's from this person's perspective, asking about you for a lot of you, right? Like this person knows that they're an empress, but they also have this hermit side where they're very reflective and they are very introverted. They think you can match that, but they also think that there is a potential where they're going to have to put up with some kind of like sleazy bad behavior, and they're not about it. So if this person has cut you off in the past, that's wise, because that's a hard no for this person. It's one of those things where it's like you have literally everything else on this person's checklist, but they're just not going to be putting up with that. Yes, I'm lanky. Okay, yeah, this is like a wish fulfillment. I feel like the masculine here in this situation, I mean, take this how it resonates. I'm all confused now because like all the perspectives are different, but there is like a wish fulfillment here, and there's just a sense of not buying into the fantasy. I think that's what you both are attracted to in each other, is because like you both have this like kind of real sort of connection, and that's what I'll explain in the karma in pile number 3. Now I'm all like messed up. I'm going to change decks now. Okay, Spirit, what else is this person like? Hierophant. They like that you're moral, that you're upright, that you are committed, that or at least that you're drawn to that, right? Because I just looked down at this horse energy, so it's like that you're drawn to that. Like maybe if you have had some kind of a past, that you're coming out of that and you actually do want to move towards something committed. But there is like this issue of trust, and that's the 5, because I was getting like third party situation with the 3 X's, and then there was a 5 here, and then the Hierophant is the 5, right? So it's like moving from third party situations, moving from like some kind of troubled past towards something that is more elevated, towards something that is actually more spiritual, more religious, more committed. They like that you speak your mind. They like that you tell the truth. This person does kind of think that you have this side to them where it's like you'll spit truth no matter what. So they think though that like there could be strategy in this. Like again with the romantic partners, that you tell the truth in every other aspect of life, but if you were hiding some kind of romantic partner, that's where this person doesn't know if they can trust you. Yeah, secrets. Okay, what else, Spirit? What is this person like? Justice. Whoa. Okay, so yeah, I mean, this person just feels like they could have a healthy, balanced relationship with you. And that you're balancing some kind of karma, potentially within yourself, that you are becoming more balanced. This person likes your trajectory. They see that you are a person who has come from something, but that if you are worried that this person has kind of put you into a category, I feel like really only you could put yourself into that category by acting out those older behaviors. But if you're moving towards these higher and better behaviors, this person sees that in you. They see that you are in process. So they understand that. And as long as you're honest about that, even if you do mess up and you're like, listen, we both know what the score is, okay? Like I'm used to doing this, that, and the other thing. I'm not trying to use this as an excuse to treat you badly. Like, please allow my actions to speak here for myself. Like, I'm sorry that I did that. Like, that was stupid. I'm never going to do it again. And then if you literally never do it again, then this person's cool with it. Like this person just wants to know, they like that you are in process. I feel like this person's in process too. This is also somebody who does not have a pie in the sky type of mentality. This person does not expect you to be perfect, but they do expect you to be honest. And so long as you can be honest, then this person will take you back. This person will accept. This is not somebody who is going to accept being treated badly repeatedly and over again. This is a person who can call it like it is. But they'll call it like it is after they've been shown. This person can actually give you a chance, and they will only give you a chance if you are open and honest, because this person can see very clearly that you've had a past. They can see that. They like that about you. They think it makes you real and raw and like that you have grit, and they like that you don't put on pretenses. This is kind of giving me like Aladdin vibes. Riff raff, street rat, I don't buy that. You're actually looking for somebody who it's like refreshing that you are different and that you don't like kind of put on airs. This person, again, they like that you don't put on airs. And even if you feel like you have put on airs with this person, they can see right through it. They just like that it's like that you carry it in the way that you move. You carry it in the way that you like act. And so yeah, this person likes that. They also this person is attracted to the fact that you have options. And this does not, it could be like in a sexual way, but I think it's more like this person sees that you have options as to like who you can be and where you can go with your life. This person kind of thinks that you are a jack of all trades, that you can go anywhere. This person sees you as the magician, as somebody who is like a maverick, as somebody who just, you can't keep you down, pile number 2. Like you really can't, because of who you are. So this is not a person who's attracted to like fancy pedigrees and okay, this person has like this degree and that degree and they come from this family and they have these opportunities. If it's not connected to like, because they are skilled, because they are talented, because they figured their way out, this person's attracted to this in you, that you will always find a way out. You are a Swiss Army knife. Like this person sees that and they're like, what are you going to do with that? You know, like, and they're waiting to see like, you know, you pledging like which direction you're going with your whole life. They're excited for you. Like this person's really excited for you. They think it's a measure of your strength. That's why this person thinks you're so strong, because you've managed to get yourself out of something to the point where you can actually choose who you are and who you want to be. And it says more about you than it would say about another person. This person sees all of this like really, really clearly. Okay. Yeah. This person's like just fascinated by you. They don't know who you hang out with though. That's the thing. And it'll go a long way if you are honest about that, if you are opaque, if you invite this person out, if you disappear for long periods of time, if you kind of keep a mystique about what it is that you do in your free time or on the weekends, that is going to inhibit this. If you're honest about it, if you invite this person to hang out with your friends, if it's like this person has a pretty good understanding of like all aspects of your life, then things will move forward here. Here with this person pretty easily, because they'll just trust you a lot more. This person has a past. I think this person's been cheated on. So it's like they know like when somebody, I'm hearing like those Sam Hunt songs, like Single for the Summer, you know, and he describes all those like F-boy tactics. Like this person's kind of onto it, that like you can't just take people at face value. And this person is kind of waiting for you to initiate that you are not an F-boy. And this person also as well, like I said, they don't want to tame you. This person's not trying to throw a bridle on you and put you in a pasture. Like that's what I'm saying is like this person really likes that. So instead, this person is just trying to see you declare where you want to go with your life. If you're going their way and you want to be a better person and you want to be responsible and disciplined, then you can come with this person. But if not, you need to go over there with the hose is what I'm hearing, like, because I'm just not putting up with it. And this person respects that that's your decision to make. And yeah, they respect that. And they're very intuitive and maybe very spiritual, and it's karmic. There is some karma playing out here because you need to choose. You can't be on the fence. And I think if you try to be on the fence with this person, or you try to have secrets, or you have something secret going on and you still want to pursue this person, again, it's karmic. That's what you need to be dealing with in yourself to step towards this person. I just don't think it'll work out. Like in a way that you can't even fathom, because spirit has this person's back because they're being so respectful with you. I think this person is just really, really honoring your self-sovereignty, your independence, and your right to choose them or not to choose them. Even though there's a lot of attraction here, this person's like, I'm not going to attach myself to a situation. I can clearly see that this could potentially be a situation. So unless this person is going to be like, I'm yours, I want this, I want kids, I want to be like responsible, they're not getting involved. Okay, so all right, let's get these love messages here. No other compares to you. You stand out to this person, but they're also like, but I know that this is a person that a lot of people are going to be interested in, and if they don't have the moral fortitude to make sure that doesn't happen, that's also what they like about you, because some people don't cheat because they just don't have options. But this person is attracted to the fact that you potentially could be a person who has options and then chooses not to, like chooses to be elevated, chooses to be spiritual, chooses to not be a hypocrite in your spirituality. That's what they like. They like a strong person. Somebody keeps him in the shed. Unless he blatantly says, I'm yours. Exactly. I love you so much, but I keep running from you. I don't understand why I do this. I understand, because that's why they're waiting for you to prove that you're safe, basically. I wasn't planning on having anything serious when we met, but I can't deny I'm falling for you. Yeah, I think this person was distracted, or they could have been wrapped up in like a karmic relationship where they were getting cheated on, something that they had to see clearly. They could have thought that person was like their soulmate or like their forever or something. And then again, I feel like this person has been socialized. I just heard that quote from Mean Girls, where, you know, Katie, she starts going to the high school and she's telling her new friends that like her parents made her go to the school because they wanted her to get socialized. And he's like, oh, you'll get socialized all right. Like this person, I feel like they got socialized all right. And it's like they had to learn that not everybody has the same heart as them, and that you can't kind of take people on face value. They were like, I don't know, he was saying that he loved me, and then all of a sudden I found out that there were all these other people. Betrayal trauma. So again, I think this person's kind of coming off of an experience like that. They're really not keen to repeat it. I don't want to let you go. I miss being with you. This is like shadow side, but I feel like this person kind of fights this in themselves again. This person misses you, like they do. But this person kind of strikes me as somebody who has like a very pragmatic outlook of like, I miss you, but like you did choose a different path. I respect it, but like, man, that would have been cool. That would have been great if it worked out, you know? It's like, I think you'll always be the one that got away from this person, but it's like, they're at peace with it, or like they will like accept it because they always knew that was like the score, you know, between the two of you. Huge lesson. I just saw something that said, I struggle. Like this person's struggling. I do love you. I just don't know how to show you right now. I struggle with revealing my true feelings and emotions, but I love you more than you think. That's what I'm saying. It's like this person, I think they have things going on. They have things on their mind, and they're scared of you. They're scared that you're with other people. So again, this person's like, I do have feelings for you. I'm just scared to show you that I do, because I don't want your little player attitude to think that you can like mess me around, you know, or that you have more power over me than you actually do. Because even though I have feelings for you, this is a person who can leave. And I think that's kind of like what's gone wrong in their past significantly, is like, because this person is a feeler. I feel like this person actually is really a feeler. They're giving a different impression. That was used against them. And it's somebody was like, oh, well, they love me so much, they'll never leave. And so this person will actually break their own heart in order to be treated well and respectfully, and to maintain like their own right to choose, basically. So even though it's not in the bag. Just because this person loves you, it's not in the bag. It'll never be just in the bag. You could be with this person for 40 years and want to act a fool, and this person will be like, I just have a little bit too much self-respect to be dealing with this. Look, I just thought again, I wasn't planning on having anything serious when we met, but I can't deny that I'm falling for you. I love you today, tomorrow, and always. I was just a fool for not admitting it earlier. I'm not the same person. So this person can be more open with you. They can admit their feelings now. If there's been water under the bridge here. I never expected to fall in love. This person's like, I just really did not expect. You are so beautiful inside and out. I will take action soon. Please believe in me. That's so cute. I feel like this person is just like really kind of coming to terms with, look, you are the one and only. This is so cute. I feel like your energy is kind of coming into this a little bit, like kind of call and response. I hurt myself by letting you go, but this is a person who does hurt themselves and letting people go. I think they're actually used to that. This person demonstrates their strength in that way. It's just, I think with you, again, this is a karmic situation where there's been other things involved. Look, I never want to see you again. You hurt me. Yeah, I think I think you did something to hurt this person, and then it wasn't clarified because this person knows you have this propensity. That is, if you think that this person thinks that you're like all love and light, they absolutely don't. Not for a day. I heard not for a day, not for a second did I think that about you. So you need to be explaining yourself. If you did something wrong, you need to explain why. And then that's what this person's just looking for, you being upfront. And like, that's what they like about you. But then if you prove that you're not that way, they're going to think that they were wrong, kind of a thing. Scorpion vibes, dismembering oneself to escape danger. Yeah. Like I'm almost seeing it like cracking. It's kind of coming through Cancerian as well. Like, cause I'm seeing a shell. Oh, look, the Venus shell from pile number 1. But it's like, I'm seeing somebody take like a crab cracker and like crack it. And then like as that's the heart. It's like really kind of brutal. And then I'm also seeing from one of the Lord of the Rings movies, that like really gross, nasty king. He wasn't actually the king, but he was like the person sitting in place for the king. And he was like absolutely crazy. He's the one who like ended up lighting himself on fire. But he was eating. There was that scene where he was eating on the table, and like there was all these up close shots of his mouth and stuff. So like, I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a king. It's a fake king. So again, oh my God. Okay, so this person was with somebody who was like a fake king, and they cracked their heart open and they were eating it in this like disgusting way, and they were delusional, and they were trying to get this person to believe in delusions. So this could have been a family member, or this person's been through some shit in the past. Cancer Venus, hey. Yeah, okay, so this person came off something fresh in the past, and I don't know what it was, because look, we have it's time for me to heal now. We will be together again. This person, I think, is just kind of like, I'm not in a place to kind of deal with this, so you need to come through correct, like absolutely correct. And then I just saw, I feel you leaving me behind. This person may just think like that you're going to leave them behind because they're just not where they need to be. So many things remind me of you. I feel you leaving me behind. Okay, anything else? And then we're going to get to the finding out the truth crushed me. I feel like this person caught you out doing something and they were like, damn, I really thought that was my person. And then I think this person sat down and had a talk with themselves. Like, you are delusional. You are a hopeless romantic, and it's going to get us hurt repeatedly. So stop, break your own heart, never speak to this person again, and like move on. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. Look, I wish I could take back my words. This person said something, and they said something maybe like to deflect or like to get away from you, or to, again, to deflect like how strongly they were feeling. And maybe they did want to like say something. I don't know. It's like they weren't being honest or like forthright. I'm literally hearing about like that you can go straight to hell. Like they should have just told you that like, look, I think that you're a shitty person or something like that. And then they said something else, something weird, something that like, I don't know. But I feel like this person, I'm seeing somebody just like letting a tear drop from their eye, but I'm hearing like, you were never even mine. Like, but this person really felt it. They really felt it. They felt the soulmate connection, and they broke their own heart, and they felt like they had to, that in order to protect themselves, they thought you were the one who was going to protect them. And then when it turns out that you were the one that hurt them, this was like a repeat pattern for this person. And so like, I'm just seeing like a tear, like I'm seeing somebody like staring at a wall, hugging their knees. Like, it's okay. I'm going to be here for you. That's a bad man. Okay. But like, I'm going to be here for you. Like, this person just like comforting themselves, and then like putting on a brave face, and then like, okay, we're nothing but heart. The world is a treacherous place. Brave face. Like, as they like kind of go out into the world. Yeah. This was sad. All right. Oh, I didn't put the other cards back in here. So sorry, I took out all the emotional cards for this pile. That's why it all came out like, sorry, but maybe that was like meant to happen. Okay. So anyways, that's all I have here for you guys. Pile number 2. Literally me. My communication was very objective and emotionally detached. That's really what I'm getting. It's like, this is a very emotional group. It's just that has been battered and abused in them, and they refuse to allow it to happen again. And so I think that, again, it has to do with the karma that's being worked out here, because whoever, like this actual like hunter energy that we're talking about, I think this is your masculines, they need to be more emotionally honest. They need to be balancing out the scales. They need to actually declare, no, I want a committed relationship with you. I want to act right. I want the picket fence. Like, they need to declare that. And it's like, and I know that I need to bring my full self to that endeavor. And I'm going to. That's the karma that needs to be worked out between the two of you. Because if he's not going to do that, he could hurt you. And you know that in this pile. So if he's not doing that, then again, it's like she, even though she is very sensitive, I think it's the feminine energy. That's why he's meeting up with her at this exact moment in time, is because it's put her in this place where she knows she can't, even though she is very emotional and she's very tenderhearted, she knows she can't lead with that. She knows she has to be pragmatic. She knows she has to see things for how they are. And if that's how he wants to show up, then she has to judge him at face value. She has to, in order to keep herself safe. I feel like that's her karma in the situation that she needs to work out. If this man is going to get on board, then fine. If not, listen to Father Alex, y'all. This is funny. Pee or get off the pot. Yeah, that phrase goes a little differently where I'm from. Okay. Yeah, so that's the karma between the two of you. That's why the Libra energy kept coming out as well. It's like the choice energy. You have choices to make. He needs to choose if he wants to act right. Look, literally it's at the bottom of the deck again. He needs to choose if he's the Hierophant, and if he's going to be moral, and he's going to act right, and he's going to be committed, or if he's going to play around. That's his choice. And he has to make it. He can't be waffling when he comes towards her. I'm telling you, Spirit is going to, in some way, throw a wrench in the pot. She's going to be asked out by somebody else, and he's going to be waffling. And so she's going to feel like she needs to accept it, and then he's probably going to be mad at her. Like, that's what I'm saying. There's karma unfolding here in this situation. And she has to make her choice about whether or not she's waiting for him or accepting him. If he's not showing signs of taking responsibility for his own actions, and that he's going to be the one keeping himself in check. Because this is not a prison guard, okay? This pile number 2 person kind of is like refusing. If you need somebody to yell at you and somebody to need to look through your phone, I do not have the time. I don't have the patience. I can't. So she needs to be the one to make decisions about whether or not she's accepting him or not. She needs to be decisive. If he's not going to do it, she needs to do it. That's the karma that's being worked out here between the two of you. And it's that kind of karma because you're soulmates, basically. So it's basically like, are you going to be together? Or are you going to not be together? It's totally fine for you to pass on a soulmate connection. It totally is. I just feel like then that's when you get the karma. If you're not meeting your own karma. Like, I feel like this would be this masculine getting himself wrapped up in some kind of karmic situation. Because this feminine, I feel like, again, she's trying to be on her highest and best path. But again, take that however it resonates. So, okay. That's where we're moving into pile number 3. And this is the one where I just feel like, I don't really want to get into this. Because I can just feel the mess coming off of this pile. I can just feel the mess. Yes, for the sake of my nervous system, I genuinely refuse. Okay, so I've already hit the pile number 3 button, and Alex is like, sometimes you hit the pile number 3, and then you're still talking about pile number 2, and I'm feeling like doing it here, and so I'm not going to do it. Okay, but I feel like that's kind of the start of this karmic situation, and now we're going to get all into the messy, juicy details that I've been holding back this whole time, okay? Because I feel like this is a karmic situation, and particularly this masculine, I think, could be fresh off the pile number 2 situation. So he just dealt with a soulmate, and if you're here at this reading and you're not living your happily ever after, then that went incorrectly. That went wrong. And he is not meeting his karma. So he doesn't have a choice whether or not he's going to meet his karma. He can participate. He can play along with Spirit, and then that'll be an easier road. Or it will be this dreaded mess, this like volatility, nightmare kind of a thing. Okay, so with this group, who cares, honestly, like what this person likes about you, Jessica? Just read the message. Okay. I just don't want to. This always happens to me in readings, just so you know. But like, again, I don't get to choose the messages. I'm just like gearing myself up. Okay. Pile number 3. What is this person like about you? Let's just start with the, as if we care, but let's just go ahead and start with the cards. I'm leaving before the mess. Bye, Alanya. Oh, I can hear her sense me intuitively. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Let's all hold hands before we get into this. Okay. I just want to say that everything about this connection is fake before I read these cards. Okay, so don't get too excited. Profile. That doesn't mean the side of your face. That means maybe you have I just heard portfolio. This is your profile. You cut a good image, pile number 3, and this person really wants a part of it. Your face. They may like your profile, but it's like, this has to do with what they want. Okay, I'm just going to read these. Look at me being salty. Okay, arms, feel, eyes, trust, inquisitive, stomach, skin. Okay. I want to pull some of these out. This person, see how this card is like black and white? So this person has black and white thinking. Okay, good, bad. So they funneled you into a category that they consider good because you can provide something for them. A bump in status, you legitimize them in some way, some kind of elevation, okay? And it's this black and white energy. And it's definitely, this is a karmic knot that I'm getting. And the card says the riddle. So this person likes to confuse you. This person, I feel like, you ever heard word salad? It's one of like the narcissist techniques. So this person uses a lot of word salad where that they know that you kind of don't catch on to. And their word salad, there's some kind of like root to it where it's not nuanced. It's black and white. So they can kind of control you and potentially even keep you confused, and they can navigate your road, and they can taint how you view people and situations because they kind of come from this nuanced place of maybe, I feel like this person's very good at like implying certain things, or like they're very good with subtext, but their thought processes really are not actually complex. They're not deep at all, but I feel like it gives this like faux deepness kind of quality, a faux emotionality. I'm hearing a faux depth. And if you really listen, everything about what they say funnels into a black and white category, like good, bad, yes, no, something to do with that. They really do not do nuance well. But I feel like this person uses a lot of words in order to get you to put people into overly simplified, reductionistic categories. And they do not encourage you to understand that, like, well, there's two sides to every story, or there's a lot going on here, right? I just heard shades of gray, which is making me think of 50 Shades of Grey, which is making me think of, again, like power dynamics and domination. This person actually uses words and riddles to like dominate you, okay? But and they like that you kind of just get wrapped up in this, and that they can kind of tie, like something about like knotting and like tying and binding and restricting and controlling and dominating. This person likes that they can basically dominate proceedings here in this situation. Now, here's the situation that I was kind of getting at before, and this is where we're just going to go ahead and get into this. Now, if you are a man, and even if you're not a man, this is important for you to hear this and important for you to understand this, okay? Because it somehow affects your situation. If you are a man, this person likes the fact that you are probably wealthy. They like some Jupiterian trait about you, okay? Jupiter is elevated. So you are perceived as somebody that is elevated. Maybe that you have an elevated perspective. You could be a leader. But again, I think that somehow it connects. Either you have resources, or being seen with you, or for some of you, it's like your charitable nature or something here. It's like it allows this person to access some kind of money, something to do with that, okay? And I hate to break it to you, but that's all this person really likes about you. And it's important for you to see that for what it is, because there's somebody else here in this person's background. And I'm particularly getting this as like a man and a woman, okay? So if you are a man asking about a woman, then I feel like this person comes off very Rohini, but it's all lie, it's all fake. They come off, Rohini is like the favorite wife to the moon, and they are very childlike, but this is coming from a deceptive place. So Rohini is very like Marilyn Monroe in a lot of her movies, they call it Born Sexy Yesterday, but it's an act, because there's something about this person where it's like their age. They could have a child. They could have been married before. It's like they've been seasoned by life. This person is not an innocent little like something or other, but they're giving that impression in order to manipulate. Now, what you need to see very clearly is that there's somebody here in this person's past, okay, that they are obsessed with. And they're not giving you that impression because let me just describe this, okay? This person that's also a masculine is sun dominant, okay? So there's a little thing that goes on astrologically speaking, where you have, now the sun and Jupiter, I'm getting, are masculine energies in this. And both sun and Jupiter can be surrounded by moon types, okay? But for different reasons. Now, I feel like both of these masculines that I'm talking to you about, they have been surrounded by healthy moon energy. So these are people, it could be family, people with families, mothers, people who are soft and gentle and emotional and nurturing. So, but this is in an upright, genuine kind of a way. And I feel like that's the predominant energy, to be honest. Like it's very substantial around like this Jupiter energy and this sun energy, okay? This feminine, though, that I'm talking about is maligned moon energy. And probably gives off the more elegant qualities of the moon, but it's like this very like born sexy yesterday, or like being very innocent, but like actually being very calculated about that. Because this man, okay, I feel like you would be this Jupiter, because Jupiter tends to be obsessed with moon type individuals. Moon type individuals can be obsessed with sun dominant individuals, okay? And that's what's going on here. I feel like that's something that you don't see, because it's very much giving... What is that movie with Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell? So Stepdad or something like that. Will Ferrell is like the stepdad. He's the Jupiter type. And Jupiter types often are stepdads. So this person may have a child, and there could be like, they think that you get along well with their kid, or that maybe you have a kid and they think that, again, like pairing up with you and you having a kid makes them look a type of way, or that that's something that they would like to have in their life. Like they find that to be strategic for them here in some way. But Jupiter, again, like that's, this masculine is Jupiter. They're trying to throw me off of this. So what this is actually, you know what a better example is? The whole Will, Jada, and Tupac. That's what this is. So this is like Will Smith asking about Jada Pinkett. And it's like, I hate to break it to you, but there's this person in this person's background that's more sun dominant, and they are like completely obsessed with them, but they're trying to give everybody else the impression that that sun dominant type is obsessed with them. In reality, it's not true. So like, let's zoom in to like the sun, this masculine sun type, okay? Because sun types are very independent, and they're very, okay, so as a masculine, they're very roguish, okay? This is like Idris Elba, Brad Pitt, a lot of like the star, Hollywood star masculines, like they're very much like that. And in their early years, they really can have like a lot of partners, and a lot of the partners that they tend to have are these like moon type individuals, people who are very emotional and try to form their relationships based off of that emotionality. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying like it's a certain approach, right? And like I said, a lot of those people that this sun dominant masculine has been associated with have been healthy in that. Like it's been a genuine emotion, and they probably were, but this masculine was just not feeling it, because the sun types, they don't approach their relationships from a place of emotionality. It's not that they lack emotion. It's just not like what they like. It's not what they, like it's there if they're healthy, you know, it's just not what they really like. And it's not what they're trying to build relationships on, but they are probably so career focused and focused on their independence that they're not really thinking about that. This is definitely a type that wouldn't want to settle down early on. So these healthier moon types, I feel like even though they kind of recognize this about this masculine, that he was independent, didn't want to be tied down, wasn't in a place in his life to settle down, they probably just, you know, even though they were very hurt, they saw that for what it was, they accepted it, they grieved it, and they moved on, you know? Even if he always held a special place in their heart or something, and they always wished it worked out or something, they still like honored that, and they were respectful, okay? But this maligned moon character, again, the moon types can be very, can become very obsessed with the sun because they like the feeling of the warmth of the sun. So this maligned moon character like really became obsessed with this sun figure, this masculine sun energy, because they liked the warmth, but in this way, like sun is very clarifying. They could have liked the attention, or they could have liked being seen with this person, because in a weird way, I feel like this energy, by the way, I'm not saying that Jada Pinkett is like this. I don't know anything about her. That's just the situation that like kind of popped into my mind. I'm not trying to like make that comparison, but so anyways, like the sun energy, like this maligned moon energy liked being around them because they want to be seen in a similar light. Maybe they want to be seen at all, but they want to be seen not necessarily in a similar light. They really like the masculinity. They like the roguishness. They like that this person is independent. This person can actually be very entertaining because this like sun dominant masculine type, they can be very roguish. They can be very, again, hard to pin down, very humorous, very much like a man's man, you know, kind of a person. And this person wants to be seen as the type of person who could tie that person down. Like everybody wants him, but like he chose me. You know, they like being associated with his personality in some way. They like that the sun shines the light on the moon, right? And they want it to seem like he chose them, right? So somehow, some way, this didn't work because I feel like this moon person was in a maligned moon energy. So they were trying to embroil this person in emotionality. And because usually a sun type, it's like they think that they like that at first, like, okay, well, this person has genuine feelings towards me. But then like a moon type will be like become overly emotional. And, you know, the sun type really is just really not about it. You know, they like, it's just a part of their personality. They just like can't really handle it. So it's like, okay, no, you know, I really need you to kind of self-regulate. So I feel like this maligned person was maybe trying to embroil the sun in like some kind of an emotional drama, maybe family drama. They could have even like tried to fake a pregnancy or something, because they don't want to honor this sun person's self-sovereignty. Well, sun energy is all about independence, all about self-sovereignty. So that's not going to go over well. And I feel like this moon dominant person is used to actually this maligned moon energy, because Jupiter types are usually very obsessed with moon types. They're used to dealing with Jupiter types, people who maybe are, again, like abundant or very giving, just wanting to give to this person. So they're dealing with an entirely different type of person, and they like it. They're drawn to it. They're attracted to it, that this person kind of will be shirked off. But they don't understand that the sun type really isn't into the emotionality piece, that they're kind of thinking to themselves like, you know, I'm not really wanting to get embroiled in this. Like, kind of, it comes off to the sun energy. Like, why can't you emotionally regulate? You know, or why is it that you're trying to cling to me? They don't like it at all. They're not attracted to it at all. And when they're confronted with somebody trying to like really tie them down in that, this person can stand up for themselves and will, even if they come off very traditional. And this would maybe throw that maligned moon character off. It's just their old tricks are like really not working on the sun energy. So I don't know how far this got between the two of them. Like maybe they did kind of try to do like a regular family thing or something. But this is a sun energy where like, if they are starting to like be emotionally like manipulated or something, they're going to like reach out for help. They can divorce, they can stand up for themselves. And this moon energy is going to just never give up. They're always going to be kind of obsessed with it. So I feel like something was going on here where the sun energy was like, no, in some way they were like, I'm not being drawn into it. I don't like it. No. And so this moon energy, that's when they were drawn into the Jupiter person, because what they like about this Jupiter person is that they can provide them, again, a sense of elevation, a bump in status, money, something like that. And they know that there's similar to the sun person, there's moon energy around this Jupiter person. This Jupiter person is elevated. They do like to kind of care for the people around. They are abundant. They have money. They could have children between them, the two of them, the sun person and the moon person, right? And then Jupiter becomes a step parent. So they could, again, like that this person can provide for a child or is very caring because they have a child, and you know, something here like that. So they want to go over here to the Jupiter person, but the whole time they're trying to make the sun person jealous. It's all about that. They actually, their mind is kind of, they're looking at the sun person, you know, like, well, I have all this or I have all that, you know, and it's really like they're just kind of combined with the Jupiter person. Now, it might be difficult for you to figure out who is who in this scenario, because I actually even feel like there's some overlap. And obviously there is overlap. It's just, this is my worldview. This is the way that I'm trying to make this like clear to you. This is how I understand it. So like, I think even the sun dominant person may have Jupiter influence, you know, but then the Jupiter type may also have sun influence here, like between these two. So just like take that however it's resonating, but there definitely is like a sun dominant person in this scenario, and there is a Jupiter person in this scenario. So then like the Jupiter person kind of is drawn into this moon energy because they're used to being surrounded by moon energy, but this moon person is different. They're kind of, again, they're maligned in their emotional nature. It's not a genuine emotional nature, but they still come off very emotionally volatile. This is the pile number 3 person in this feminine energy that I'm describing here, and flip it in your situation if you need to. But that's this feminine energy, is this person who is full of themselves, you know, and they're really, they don't care about like their, the effects that these kinds of things have. They're not being genuine. They just want whoever's going to like kind of provide to them, right? So that's why they're pairing up with a Jupiter person. And that really is, and in that reading I said, you know, I feel like this person's drawn to a different kind of type of person altogether. And it's this roguish sun energy. And that goes back to that movie, I think it's called Stepdads, where it's with Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell. Mark Wahlberg's character is trying to describe to Will Ferrell, he is like, no, you're the safe guy. You're the fall guy. Like, we had like the actual connection. It didn't work out. She couldn't tame me. And then she went to you because you were like safe and you were going to provide, and you were like the safe, respectable choice, you know? And like, obviously they become friends in that, but like that is very much Sun, Jupiter kind of like energy kind of in the dating pool. And I feel like that's what's kind of gone on here. But this Jupiter person is so fixated on the moon person and like the elegance and the glamour and maybe the femininity and the emotionality and wanting to provide and being seen in this like elevated light and maybe wanting to fulfill all these traditional roles, all the things that the moon person's kind of used to playing on, that they're so fixated on that they're really, I think this moon person is trying to give the impression that the sun person from their past is obsessed with them, but it's just not true. They're actually obsessed with the sun person. And the sun person has gotten away from them, or like really didn't fall for it. Like something didn't go to plan here between the two of them, because they were just trying, they wanted to give, and it's weird too, because with the moon person and the sun person, the moon person wanted to embroil the sun person behind the scenes. And they wanted the world, or like their families and their friends, to think like, oh, this sun person chose me, you know, because I'm better. Like that's what they were really trying to manufacture, but they were trying to manufacture it, between the two of them. So that's what's kind of going on here. And the reason you need to know that is because either this is the situation that you are dealing with, and that's what you came here asking about. And you're like, maybe this Jupiter energy, which I think is the more masculine energy, but it can also be the feminine energy. And this person is like coming off again, like this sweet, innocent, moon type, like sweet, loving, whatever, favorite wife to the moon energy. Very alluring, very sexy, very seductive, but like kind of maybe ditzy or coming off that way. And you need to know that this person really just likes you for your money. They like you for your elevation, and they like you for your status. And that there's somebody in their background that they're trying to make jealous. That's what's going on. Or you could potentially be this feminine energy, and you know that I'm describing you in this, and this is meant to be a good, hard look in the mirror. That's one situation. But the other group here, that for a lot of you, I think, again, this is where you come in, is that this situation could have already played out. And now you're asking about, again, this like Jupiter type here, perhaps, or again, maybe the sun type, I don't know. And what they like about you is that they've already been through this like embroiling situation with their ex, and they see this ex for who and what it is that they actually are, that this person is vain and they are just about money and status, and that they use kind of everybody in order to play around and to get themselves in the position. And they could be going through a divorce. Yeah, like I'm just looked down and saw this again. They could be going through a divorce. They thought this person was elevated, right? But they're really not, because Jupiter is like usually elevated. It's like the priest of the zodiac. And they give like things, and they thought that this person was, but they were actually this immoral energy. This is really reminding me of pile number 1, that they're coming off immoral, that they were actually the cause of something here, but they didn't want to be seen doing it. They cause they're just a shit stir. Like whoever this, like, I think it's a feminine, but it could be a masculine too. Like just take this however it resonates. And so you really do need to see that this person's like just like full of game playing. So if you are this new feminine energy, then I feel like this masculine potentially sees in you, in a genuine, authentic way, everything he thought he saw here in his ex. But you need to be aware of that, because it is a karmic situation here. This person, I would make sure this person's like very well clear of this, because this will not be a pleasant divorce between the two of them. It just won't. Because this person is greedy, and they also just, again, they're a shit stirrer, and they want the attention on them, and they want to come up smelling like roses. And so they're really going to put this person through it in order to just like domineer their attention, because this person wants their attention on them. And they'll probably say things to knock you, even like, again, they're very good at subtlety. They're very good at planting like little metaphorical bombs around in order to kind of just shake things up. So I would just make sure that this person is well and good far away from this person. Because again, I feel like for some of you, it's like this is going on in the past, but you might not necessarily see this for what it is. The other thing that you should keep in mind is that this person was embroiled in something fake for a long time, but they probably thought this person was like their divine or their soulmate. So you are going to forever and constantly be compared to somebody who is a lie, and who was like maybe very alluring, maybe very dramatic, maybe very volatile. So it was like very exciting. So I think it's like if you were addicted to sugar and like chocolate cake, and you're like, this moist chocolate cake, right? Like nothing really tastes like a warm chocolate cake that is just like moist, right? But it's terrible for you. But when you finally clear it out of your system and you're eating strawberries, like at first it's kind of hard to eat the strawberries and to appreciate the strawberries for all that they are, even though that's natural sweetness and it's good for you on all areas, right? So again, I would make sure this is well clear behind this person, because it's just not fair that you're the soulmate and you are the real deal, and you're getting compared negatively because this person's taste buds are all like flooded and overwhelmed with sugar junk, like from whatever was in the past. And so then you are still viewed as like second fiddle to whatever is nasty going on in this person's life. That's not a fair situation for you. And you deserve somebody who's going to see you and treat you like you are bringing everything to the table, right? And can kind of discern that. But then something funny does happen. Like over time, after you've been off sugar for a long time and you've been eating those strawberries, you actually crave the strawberries. It actually is like much more pleasant, and it is much more fulfilling. And like, you don't really want the chocolate cake. And if you eat the chocolate cake, then your stomach hurts, and maybe, you get a little more on the back end of like when actually you consume the chocolate cake. This person has to heal. This person really needs to get away from it, because for some of you, it's like they want to cling to you as a life raft. And like, for others of you, like this person, they see you as Rohini, okay? They see you as the real Rohini. So maybe you are younger, or you really are like sweet or more innocent or more naive because you would never like deploy these tactics, and this person like actually sees that in you quite clearly. But you also have to understand that Rohini, like the story of Rohini kind of mirrors the story of like El Mahina, where Rohini is like, again, it's born sexy yesterday, but it's like made in the image of like its creator's fantasy. So this person really only has this superficial understanding of you, and they really can't see you for like the depth of who you are. So I think there's a lot of, again, physical attraction, and it's because they have probably been in a situation, again, around somebody who has very black and white thinking, but tries to pass it off as something deeper or like more nuanced. So they've been encouraged to funnel people into categories, and they think that's like elevated. They think like, okay, well, if I know what side of an issue I stand on, and like, you know, so they're going to be they funneled you into a category that maybe is flattering. They like you. They want to continue on with you. They want to date you. But they can't see you for all that you are, and they're embroiled in something. So it's hard for this person to really take you all in, you know? I think there really is a strong physical attraction. They are attracted to your personality, but they're attracted to, okay, well, I could actually be the person that I was trying to be in my older relationship. I could actually be that with this person, and they're more attracted to that. And it's kind of striking me as somebody who's like using you to heal, where they should be trying to work out why they are the way that they are, and because this person wanted something out of their old relationship. That's part of the karma, is because I feel like it was evident that this person was just not who they said they were, and that they were full of shit, and that they were volatile, and that they were a shit starter, and that there was something weird going on in their past. Like there were inclinations. And I feel like this person could have been used to like hurt somebody over here, somebody that was independent, somebody that was proud, somebody that was trying to stand up for themselves. They were used in order to hurt that person, and they need to come to terms with that and apologize. I think this Jupiter person owes this Sun person an apology. And they need to figure themselves out, you know? And the other thing is that when you decide that you want to be independent, and that because they like being able to teach you things and show you new experiences. And that's what they like, is that they're kind of this father energy towards you, and that this person's kind of a caretaker by their nature, but it's been polluted, it's been tampered with. And so when you start to grow out of this energy, because Rohini does, that's the story of Rohini, is that it realizes that they're somebody's creation, and that they haven't been allowed their own independence. They haven't been able to grow into their own independence, that somebody here is really just, this is a codependent relationship. So when they start to get to the mind of their own, or when they start dressing the way that they want to dress and expressing like their personality, they have to then metaphorically kill the creator and leave the Garden of Eden to start off on their own. And that's how this relationship, I think, will end with the two of you. If you get involved in this person, because they really are just wanting you to stay small. They're wanting you to stay predictable. They're wanting you to be a person who looks up to them and who relies upon them. And again, because they're trying to figure out this riddle, like with their ex. And I would really be wary of this person if they think highly of their ex, because their ex is a lie. And if they are thinking, it's one thing, like, especially if they have kids together, to be like, I'm never going to badmouth the mother of my child or the father of my child. But I mean, this person needs a bucket of water, like a bucket of cold water dumped on their head, because this person is their enemy. This person has torn them down. This person has never been good for them. They've never loved them at all. But this person gives over everything, even like their emotions. They give over everything to this person who is a wolf in sheep's clothing. And that's not a good situation for you to be in. And that's where I feel like potentially this is a karmic situation for you, where you have to see this person clearly. And I think you might have to choose between love and money, like with this person, because I think they can provide for you. And I think there is a type, it's like a paternal love, towards you. Where it's like, I love that I can take care of you. I love that I am actually and I think they might want to prove, like, to this ex, you don't want to see how the situation just flips then. Now they want to prove to their ex that they are everything, and now they see them with you, and then you're providing this status and this image of like, see, I always could have done it. Like, you don't want to be in that situation. These two are embroiled in something, and it's very karmic, and it has to do with giving and receiving, and it has to do with domination and who has power over the other one emotionally. And I think it's like, you actually very well could be Sun dominant as well. Again, very independent, very bright, and you share that in common with whoever this other ex is. But I think you're the same gender as whoever their ex is that they are asking about. Does that make sense? And that'll be very triggering for their ex to see somebody who, because they want to be associated with sun energy, somebody who is, again, like hardworking or like accomplished, very work oriented, very independent, because but they don't want to actually be that themselves. They're actually very codependent, and they want to attach themselves to someone like that in order to get like a certain image of independence, but they want to actually be the arm candy. This person, the ex, literally wants to be the arm candy, right? And I think that you might be somebody, again, like more sun dominant or more Saturn dominant. It's giving like clean, it's giving put together, it's giving maybe very traditional in some aspects, but it's not giving like overly feminized, it's not giving overly glamorous, it's not giving overly emotional. It's giving like you are maybe like a worker type or something, and you're more paired up with the sun type person. Because, like, again, that sun type in the background, this ex might even be intimidated by you because they know that you're the perfect type for their ex that they like so much, because that ex, that sun type, will usually date moon types until they meet their soulmate who is a Saturn type. And they'll be like, I've never met somebody like this before. And with the Saturn type, their charms don't really seem to work the same way. So they can be like, did I lose my mojo? You know, usually people are very emotional to me, or like they dress up around me, or they're trying to get my attention around me, but you are not that way. And probably you have like a very strong connection with your sense of humor, and like you're very hard, like you are very independent and work oriented, and so are they, you know, and like I think there's like a triggering that's going on. So this is like a karmic knot that you might not really even see clearly for what it is that's like actually going on here in this situation. And this person will maybe have you playing second fiddle, and you won't even realize that, because they are genuine. They do have love for you. It's just you don't necessarily realize that there's something going on here in the background that's like heinous. And they're always trying to get that person back or something. And you're the real deal. And I just don't think you should be playing second fiddle, because that person's awful. That person was a lie. Start to finish. Start to finish, they were a lie. Yeah. Oh, today. Yeah, but he's a miser. Yeah. So, like I said, this is definitely the karmic situation here. And, yeah. Okay, so let's just see what else they like. I don't know. That you're compassionate, that you are maybe home-oriented, you're very protective of your home space. There's no consolation prize, and this person certainly isn't a consolation prize. I'm also hearing that these energies could have been like switched around. Like maybe this person was with a Jupiter type first, like whoever this ex is, they could have been with a Jupiter type first. It was like, I'll just give you everything. I'm very nurturing. And then they met a sun person and they were like, oh my God, you know, like that person is stunner, masculine, independent. That's who I want to be with. It could have gone either way, but either way, like that's the karmic situation here. Everybody needs to see that this ex is that pile number 3 person in the reading. They are emotionalist. They are full of themselves. They give the impression of an emotionality, but it's void. I've been too generous. Yeah. Okay, what else? Helen of Troy, beauty and play. So they do like that you are beautiful, potentially. But again, there's this like weird, you know, play thing. Yeah, because they might like that you're beautiful, but just to make their ex jealous. And again, you have to pick like where you are, because these positions rotate. And somebody's got to be mature and be like, y'all gross, and somebody needs to grow up, and it's going to be me. Yeah, new beginning. So somebody here is like looking for some sort of a new beginning. Okay. Again, I feel like you're just not interested after you've heard all that probably, but let me just get into this. The other fake person likes to mock me in the astral space. So yeah, that's accurate as heck. I've never understood why I would be looked into like that. I left this behind. I don't compete. I'm not a choice. I'm the choice. Yeah, and you are the choice. And I do feel like if you move away from this, that somebody will recognize that. Yeah, I mean, it's everything that I just said here. This person may recognize a melancholy in you, that you're healing from something from your past, and that you've moved on here, and that you are very self-protective in some way. They might notice that. They might like that of you. You shall not pass. You don't want your life to be a lie with this person, you know? What is this? What is pile number three's person like about them, Spirit? Even though we don't actually care. Yeah, you're the Queen of Cups. I mean, they know that you have everything. We have the Five of Cups, and sometimes that's Mars and Scorpio energy for me. So again, like it could be very passionate sexually. You could be a very sexual person. You could be very emotional, very loving, very giving. But Mars and Scorpio energy for me can represent some kind of like a sexual strategy. So this person might be actually trying to be sexually strategic with you because again, they think that they are giving this image to their ex and they really just want to bait their ex back into the picture, and your heart is just collateral damage. So this person's garbage. Yeah, Three of Swords. Three of Swords, third party situation, betrayal. Because this person wants to kind of like stick it to their ex of like, see, I've moved on and I'm like in this, kind of a situation, maybe even in like a long-term committed relationship. But then you potentially get the betrayal trauma when this ex wants to come back in the picture and you're hanging out with your partner and then all of a sudden they're like preoccupied with their ex who's come back and you're like standing in the cold and this person's not paying attention to you at all. And you're like, oh, isn't this funny? The day that this person comes back, all of a sudden I'm below your notice. Yeah. This is all born of like anxiety of not being good enough and everything. I just feel like you should stay away from this, to be honest. Yeah, there's secrets here. There's secrets here. And this ex might be a secret. Like they might not have told you about this person. Okay. So we'll get some messages. And then I'm going to pull some advice for this group too. I see why you kept this out of pile 1. Yeah, because that's the soulmate energy. Just got a feeling of sadness. Probably because, you know what, like, especially the Jupiter person, they're not actually a bad person. But when they realize that, like, they've been caught up in this and that they've actually treated people very badly, because this person has a focus on being a nurturer and being caring and being loving. When they're like, oh my gosh, I did do that, then I think they're going to be very disappointed with themselves, and they're going to realize that they got themselves into a situation here with this other person who has a very toxic effect, not only on them, but on everybody, like on a lot of people. This person's a game player. They like to confuse people. This is also somebody who will make you think you have a chance. So it's like, even though they're like, okay, well, it was just like with their ex, like it was just sexual between the two of us. Okay. But like this sun person, that's the type I really like. They're not going to say that. They're going to leave it open-ended in order to play with that person's heart. So they've just, I bury myself in work to forget you. We've all been duped. It's so true. The worst part is when you dupe yourself. And I do feel like there's some of that that's going on here. And I just feel like that's why Spirit's giving you the heads up on this, so that you don't go into this situation blind, thinking that this person actually like cares about you. And I think they do, like, especially if you're dealing, like if you're with the Sun person and you're a Saturn type, like this is a soulmate connection. You guys are going to just hit it off, and this person's going to be like, wow, I was in something really shitty in the past. But if it's this Jupiter person, then I think that they need to come to terms with that more of what's going on here. You came closer than anyone. That's what I'm saying, the riddles. It's like this person's like, I mean, I'm just untamable, but you came closer than anyone. And it's like, you're in love with yourself. I'm afraid to contact you. I wish I could take back my words. I hope that one day you can forgive me. I replay our conversations over and over. And this looks like a Hoover to me of the toxic relationship cycle. Idealization, devalue, discard, Hoover. When it's convenient for them to get, with this ex, when it's convenient for them to get rid of somebody, they'll get rid of somebody. Doesn't matter if they're going to cheat on you. You might not hear from them. They'll do it in the worst way because they don't care about anybody else. They're very, very selfish. But they give this other impression. That's what I'm saying. It's like they're the pile number 3 person. You should really maybe rewatch that. But yeah, they're just very incredibly selfish. They just give this other thing, this other impression. I couldn't let you get close to me. That's the riddle. That's the riddle energy. They say all of this stuff in order to hoover you back in. It's emotionality. They pitch into some kind of an emotionality that they don't actually feel at all. It's just strategy. It's just game. And these people also like to know that they can pull people away from other people. It gives them a sense of power. I really don't like this energy. I just heard getting involved with this energy makes people who are not game players, game players. They really drag people down. I mean, that they feel about you. I'm moving on with my life. I've never loved anyone the way that I love you. That's what healing in this situation would look like, because the love here is fake. It's like the difference between honey and sugar water. they have to realize that the ex is sugar water and has them addicted and has them strung out, and they have to want to go for the honey. So again, it's like, well, I never loved anyone the way that I loved you. No, you were addicted and you were strung out and you miss your hit. That's what you do. That wasn't real love. But so this person will actually be healing when it's like, I'm moving on from that. And even if you did come back around, I don't want a piece of it because I don't want to be a part of it because I can see who you are. This is like made me mad. And here you are, like potentially giving real love. I have to deal with my pain to be able to open my heart to love again. I know I was wrong by not talking to you. Would you be open to talking now? I love you so much, but I keep running from you. I don't understand why I do this. I'm just not really interested in this because none of it's real. So this is somebody that will have you going around and around in an emotional game where it's like you think that you're tending to their actual emotions because you're an empath and you want to make sure everything's good. But really it's fake and it's game. None of it's actually real. So you can waste your whole life on a person like this where you can pour out your whole emotions and then you have to realize that your whole life was a lie because none of their emotions were real. So if you want to be a caretaker, not only were you not a caretaker, but there were real ones around you that should have been getting your time and attention and your love. And it was all hijacked like a parasite. It was all hijacked. All those nutrients were hijacked and diverted to an energy that was fake from the start. And you don't want to get yourself in that situation. I just heard learn to love what is real. That's the karmic lesson in this. Learn to love what is real. Learn to see what is fake. Learn to identify that. And do not be an accomplice to your own capture. This is Persephone energy. Even like if this is a masculine, their naivete, getting wrapped up in this, it's like they prey upon like naivete and trust and like a trusting energy. So that's really all I'm interested in getting involved in here. But you have a soulmate energy from your past. Remember pile number 1. Okay. So moving on from that shit show. I'm pissed now. Now I'm in a bad mood. Look, choose your battles. Choose your battles, Jessica. Okay. Oh, let me just take a breather. And then we're going to move on to the main message that Spirit has, or like just the general message, whatever it is that Spirit is wanting to talk with you about. I feel like Spirit is just wanting to illuminate the differences here, like in these energies, in order to help everybody heal from the situation. Because like I said in the last reading that I put up on the channel, I can't remember if it was pile 1 or pile 3, where I was like, I think it was pile number 1. It's like the name of the game here is for everybody involved to be able to pull the mask off of like that devil energy that's masquerading as something else, to be able to see it for what it is, which is somebody cunning and conniving, strategic and selfish, and then to not fall for it anymore, to go about whatever process they need to undergo in order to truly heal from that. That's what this is all about. That's what's clearing out this karmic knot. And then I'm looking down and I'm seeing the green here of the heart chakra, and this card says observe. Observe your own heart energy. Observe where your heart is pulling you. That calm, like in pile number 1, that calm, steady, loving, relaxing, emotional energy that isn't all frizzed out by that busted root chakra mind combination. So this negative, nasty person probably has you all in some kind of sexual frenzy, in an impulsive, instinctual space, feeling insecure about yourself. Again, potentially trying to stack the odds in their favor by, like, I don't know, faking a pregnancy or something like that. Or I feel like it would have been failed, like if it was with the sun person, but not if it was with the Jupiter person probably. But anyways, yeah. And or faking that kind of an emotional volatility. So you have to understand that it's all coming from your root chakra. And you want that person in order to try to make yourself feel whole, and that's just not the way. Spirit's trying to lead you to your soulmate, which is that heart-centered energy, and that is the path by which you are made whole. Okay. Chipotle is the plan. I hope we all have Chipotle after this. Is that our Friday activity? Witchy hangout, Chipotle, and then whatever else you have to do. Chipotle's going to be like, I don't know what goes on Fridays, but like... that is hilarious. This is just us, candles and Chipotle on Friday. Give me the grace. Okay. All right, Spirit. I just want to, I hope Spirit is giving us some other general message here. Spirit, what do you want to talk to the people about? What would you like to bring to the table? What do you want to mention? Move. Interesting. Your heart may be telling you to move in a certain direction. Move and teach and coming together. Oh, beautiful. So maybe this is the Chaos Coven. Share the love. Yeah. So your heart is guiding you here in a direction towards people. Maybe it's towards a teacher or some kind of teaching, some kind of like scripture, some kind of like movement I'm hearing. But yeah, it's like coming together in order to share your heart and in order to rebuild your heart. Spirit saying that's why I brought this coven together, is in order to be able to build and connect with your heart and be moved by your heart and to start sorting through this and understand this so that you can take the lead in your own life and so that your dreams can actually come true. Because I think for a lot of you, it's like you are the genuine person in all of this and you don't deserve to be treated in any type of way. So Spirit's wanting you to observe all of this so that you can take the lead in your life. Spirit is really wanting to give you your dreams here in this situation. But see this card that says rebuild, see how she's got her hands over her heart. Spirit is really protecting your heart and wanting to rebuild your heart, because I just feel like this is the type of people where it's like your love and your generous energy and your light is seen in others, but it's seen as like it's taken for granted. You know, whoever these other people are, they're seen as a challenge. It's like building that addiction in your brain, and Spirit is wanting you to get yours, is what I'm hearing, like you to get yours. All right, anything else, Spirit? What else? Okay, hold on. I'm being told, I'm going to pull one more card and then I'm being shown a specific spread that they're wanting me to use. Release. Look, and in more heart energy, it's like, Spirit is like, we're working on helping you release this, process this. Whatever emotions are coming up, like feel those emotions, feel them, fully. Look, the sacred chakra. They want this sacral chakra to be full, because I think like this is a karmic pattern. It's the gift that keeps on giving, because it's like somebody here has been affected by this. And again, they're not taking time to heal. They're not taking time to like see the lie in this other person. They're just wanting to like blindly chase after it. And so what they do is they end up hurting this is how your sacral chakra got ruined, because you felt like you weren't good enough, because you were not protected. You were shown that somebody who claimed to love you could like up and leave you for somebody who was a lie and somebody who was like not worth it. I'm just hearing not worth it. And just so you know, I feel like these people are getting their karma here at this current time. Spirit is also, they need to release on their sacral chakra energy. They need to take accountability for, I'm hearing the energetic damage done behind the scenes here as well. Like you have felt that. A lot of you are very empathetic. And so even if your mind hasn't known what's going on, you've known, or you've picked up on it, or Spirit has released all of this. So this needs to be released once and for all. This karmic knot, this karmic knot is why this coven has really been created, potentially so that we can all be doing this and then again teach and lead others out of the darkness, out of their own nightmare, and to come into some kind of a balance here. Okay, look, sacral chakra and the third eye chakra, so you can feel safe, you can feel secure, you can feel rooted, you can feel grounded, and then you can actually connect with your third eye chakra. I'm hearing connect with Spirit, and connect with your psychic abilities and to your own vision, and have new vitality. Even if this is hard for you to go through, sometimes when people don't have a spiritual perspective, when the going gets tough, they think that they're going the wrong way, or they think that it's an injustice, like Spirit is punishing me because I feel a negative emotion. Sometimes we do. And depending on how difficult or how thick that karmic knot is, sometimes we feel it for a while, right? But going through this purging, processing, pushing this out of your auric field, out of your samskaras, is actually leading to a new song and a new vitality, and believe and succeed. Spirit is saying this is the path by which you can get up and running. This is why I'm hearing this is where the lie is in manifestation. That they think that without doing this like intensive work where you're getting your energetic chakra systems up and running, that you can just believe and have, and succeed. And you can to a certain point, but this is why I'm just channeling this now. This is why like they have said that, living a Western lifestyle, you really have to be careful with dabbling in spirituality, because the Eastern lifestyle that all of this comes from, there are complete whole systems, right? Like Vedic astrology, it's not just astrology, it's not just yoga. We have astrology and yoga in the West, and it very much comes from the East, but it was like cherry picked, and it really is like a part of a broader lifestyle where you eat a certain way. They're not go, go, go. They're not like trying to succeed in a worldly sense, the same way that Westerners are. They live a certain type of lifestyle, which is keeping their chakra system and their energy system in check, and they're purging certain things from their energy so that when they manifest, they're not manifesting from these like gunked up, busted energies, which can actually be very violent. They can actually be very surprising. So this, if you've been having the experience where it's like you'll manifest in whatever it is that you want, it's because there is some kind of an issue here with your chakral system that comes directly from the way that it is that we live here in the West. And so it's just something that needs, dedication and effort. So now you see this clearly, and I think with this group, it would probably have to do with the sacral chakra. And the connection between the sacral and the crown, and also again the heart chakra, like really all of the chakra systems. But I'm feeling like those are key places where things have been gunked up or backed up or confused, or I'm hearing just misread or misunderstood energies like within your own self. So a big part of this message is they want you to get used to using your own energetic system in a much more effective, much more in a better way, and being caught up in this karmic cycle in whichever way you were, whichever position you played on the field, is actually something that has been keeping you blind, keeping you confused. Because again, a lot of you can feel this on an energetic level that this is going on if this hasn't been taken accounted for or taken ownership for in like a relationship, or if somebody chose somebody else over you, or like this has in some way been affecting the chakra system and the energetic system. And it's been affecting, I'm hearing like your success, your outcomes, what it is that you've been able to manifest in your life, how connected you've been. Like it's really affecting you in more ways than you know. So that's why Spirit's saying this is not harmless. This is something that needs to be seen and needs to be cleared out. So you have repeated cycles in your life. That's what I'm getting. I'm hearing Sadhguru where he says, actually, when you start paying attention, you realize that life is just cycles, just repeating cycles. That you have major ones that repeat like over broad courses of your life, but even like throughout your day or within yourself, everything in life is just cycles. There's a major one coming from this upset in your system, this karmic cycle, whichever position you typically play on the field. And I'm hearing victim, rescuer, persecutor. Like these kind of dynamics. But if you are the one who is genuine and you are loving and that's not being seen and that's not being respected because somebody's addicted to some other kind of volatile bullcrap that's really a lie, that's affecting you. If you are the person who's being snowed, you need to take accountability for the fact that you're hurting other people, good people, and you are supporting and pouring into and pining after bad people. And that's affecting your life and your outcomes and your relationships and your manifestation and your spirituality. And then there's this other person here who I think is kind of like maybe gotten away from this in some way, like that sun energy that's independent. Yeah, you're awaiting the results. So they're saying like, we've initiated you into this. We've given you everything that you need. You have all the information now in order to be able to sort through this. This is also why they're saying you need to pipe down. Okay, some of you, like this is not frivolous information. So when we're going through some of these messages and you can only see through your own lens of like, well, I don't want to hear this, or like this, what they've done is they've painted you an entire picture, and you have to have the whole picture in order for you to understand these energies clearly, understand how they're interacting and overlapping so that you can effectively undo the karmic knot. Maybe you are done with a relationship. That's fine. The karmic knot remains. You need to untie that. That's what this information is about. So you need to relook at this, take responsibility for your life, take responsibility for your own energetic system. That's what this is about. You need to see the bigger picture is what I'm hearing. You need to be more integrated with spirit and like with your spiritual system and your spirituality. And I'm hearing we're awaiting your results. You are not helpless. You are not hopeless here in this situation. You just needed to see the truth clearly. When you see the truth clearly, the action becomes clear. The path becomes clear. I think that you've thought that you had two options here. Am I going to go this way or this way? But like when the sun kind of comes forth, you can see a different option, or you can see things more clearly here. You may need to go through a period of sadness and isolation, but you're going to have this very well-deserved reward. Don't be afraid to reach out for help. Just understand that it's like one step at a time. Just focus on making progress. You don't have to get all the way to the end. And sometimes making progress, just realize when you're hurting somebody else. You realize when you are believing in a lie or pining after a lie. And then you choose your battles here in the situation and you trust this heart space. The more that you choose your battles here as well, and like, again, you're seeing things clearly and you're no longer just like blindly, it's like instinctually, like just following your instincts in this karmic knot is what keeps things going. When you're not blindly following those instincts and you actually are looking at this clearly, asking for help and choosing your battles, that's when you can actually trust your heart space and you will begin to manifest and opportunity beckons. This is what's going wrong in your life. Okay, so if you're thinking that this has to do with a particular life arena or a particular this or a particular that, I don't know why I'm not gaining traction, it's because you're gunked up, because you're not, this is the karmic knot. You're not dealing with this. And this is what's going to lead to love. And there's something here that was very base that was masquerading as love. You need to see that very clearly. You need to get clear with yourself. And then every time you start falling for this, you need to correct it. You need to look for something that's true giving and receiving, and then success and growth. You need to listen to this. And look, this man looks like an actual genuine prince. This is somebody to me who is fit for love. Making yourself somebody who is fit, who is able to give and receive love. The energy of actual love. Heal. This is like an opportunity to nurture. It's an opportunity to heal. Okay, so they were showing me this spread that they want me to use. Okay, well actually now I'm being drawn to these cards. Hold on a second. This is the moment after tarot. So I feel like, okay, I'm just hearing That Was the Moment I Knew by Taylor Swift, or like the moment after. Look, then like new love is at the bottom of the deck. You maybe do have anxiety around new love because some of you like were really snowed by this person. You thought they were your soulmate, but really they were just a game player. All right. Look, this is, I just heard it's a stick up. This has been a divine intervention so that you can change. Some of you are starting to have an appreciation for wholeness, that things are gestalt. It's not just about you, or it's not just like about a specific situation. It's not about how you're feeling and whether you like something or whether you don't. The ego leads by preferences and aversions. Some of you are being guided through, even through your spiritual messages by but your preferences and aversions. You're exalting that and you think that means something. You think it's like, it matters that you have a preference or you have an aversion to a message or to a person or to an experience, and Spirit's saying that's your ego, and we need you to put that aside because there's something bigger going on here, and you're starting to have an appreciation for the fact that you are actually being led and you can't see the full picture, and that's where you actually need to trust Spirit to guide you through the totality of the experience, to tell you what it is that you need. You're actually learning, like, I think for some of you, like, it's like through tarot or like through these messages, you're like, oh, that's what it means to trust. Like, I can see that I actually benefit when I let go and I don't let my preferences or aversions tell me what I'm going to do or not do, what I'm going to tolerate or not tolerate, and I am like actually being led by that energy. Something comes together, something bigger. I see the bigger picture. Like, some of you are learning that in a very visceral way, I feel like. Look, divine intervention. Yeah. Serendipity, catalyst, supernatural karma. Some of you have experienced this as well. Something like serendipitous or catalytic that was meant to trigger this this understanding that there's karma playing out here in this situation. Okay, look, family. So the family card, divine timing, soulmate, twin flame, soul contract, soul connection, past lives, fear, afraid, uneasy, suspicious, or scared. Some of you are like afraid of your soulmate because of something that you've been through. Music. There might be some messages coming through in music, or they're telling you to put things down in music. Oh, regret. So some of you might be hearing things in music that your soulmate, and through your intuition, that your soulmate is very regretful, and those are very real. Like if a song just pops into your head, yeah. Okay, yeah. The soulmate is coming through again, where it's like they're very sorry. They're very sorry about what they did. Okay. That Chariot energy, just reading us to filth. The music messages have been so loud, and those are real too. Because there's somebody here, I feel like it's you, but it's like there's somebody who really deserves love and respect and honor, and they actually deserve to be like exalted and treated kindly and given everything, and they're just not, because it's being given to somebody gross. Okay. This is a stick up. I keep hearing that. I can't remember. Is it a Beyonce song? I don't even know what song it is. This is a stick up. They take accountability to truly change it. That's the question, right? I'm hearing focus on you. All these things that they were just saying about like focusing on your energetic system, because that your energetic system would then tell you if this person was lying, or like if they weren't healed. You would know. You would just know, because like your intuition would just be so on point and uninhibited. Yeah, with the Hierophant. Okay. Let's see. What is this message that you were wanting to talk to me about? Yeah, some of you can't trust your emotions right now. just because everything's gunked up. It's like, okay, so there's like messages here where, you know, we're all told that, well, trust your emotions, trust your gut, trust your intuition. But it's like, you can't trust your emotions right now if your whole system is gunked up and that emotional space is polluted. So it's like, we need to get to work to like cleaning up the pollution so that, yes, it is true. You should be able to trust your emotions. That's a healthy part of your system, but that's only if the system is working okay. And there's something here that's like not, that needs to get like seen, that needs to get cleared up and like exhumed. And for some of you, this is going to take time, like the rest of this lifetime. That's why if you're wondering why you're not being brought into contact with your soulmate and you know for a fact you've been in some way caught up in this karmic cycle, that's why. Is because this needs to get healed. Otherwise, okay, there's a soulmate connection here that's being protected because it can't be tainted by this. You need to, remember what I ended pile number 1 and I said, we need to get back to this with the two of you. There's genuine love here. We need to get back to this between the two of you, where the two of you are going to see each other in a room and nothing else could get your attention from each other because you would just know, like, that is my person. And you would do everything you could to honor and respect that feeling and that relationship. And you're not there yet. Some of you need to understand that even though like you think you feel a genuine way towards this person, when you have all this other stuff, it's like, we want to make sure that person is respected. That when you kiss this person, you're not thinking about that other person. Not even on occasion where it's like, man, remember when I was really tearing into that chocolate cake? I just wish that was real. It was never real. It was never good for you. And this person will not play second fiddle is what I'm hearing. They just will not play second fiddle. And maybe for some of you, it's like, that's you. So it's more than just like the emotionality here of it all. Okay. So yeah, there's Spirit's trying to warn you about something where you could potentially really step in it in the future here with the 7 of, there's something that is in danger of if you are operating from a place of insecurity. Maybe this is what happened in the past, but I'm really seeing that there's a situation coming up for you. And it's like, if you're in this healed energy, you're not supposed to be afraid about this. That's not, the Spirit is working with you. You are working with Spirit. I'm hearing, you have a lot of assistance here. There's a situation that is coming up. Okay. So it's time to let go of this. You're receiving this message. It's time to let go. You've been clinging to something here in the past and there's an issue to do with respect. Somebody here is not getting the respect that they deserve. Maybe you have not gotten the respect that you needed to deserve. And somebody else has been getting all the respect and putting in not being anything real, or putting in they have secrets, they have lies, they're playing power games. This has been called out to you. The time is now to let this go. Yes, burden will come from this. You need to take responsibilities for your mistakes, for your any missteps that you took in this situation, believing a liar, not checking this, giving everything over to somebody who was not your soulmate. You need to take responsibility for the fact that you did this. You need to deal with this. You need to turn tail. You need to deal with this directly. And I don't know how, like, if you need to get a divorce from somebody, you need to get a divorce from somebody. And I'm not telling you to do it impulsively, but you need to figure out how to do it, okay? You've been told about this. You need to clean this up because you are feeling defensive about this. And maybe, like, you might even feel competitive that there's, oh, Lord, if this is you, okay, just heaven help you. Some of you, it's like you're still clinging to this bullshit partner who is completely fake and they're not the prize in any way, shape, or form. They're big steaming pile of dookie. And you just love it, okay? And it's embarrassing. But it's like you've been shown this and you're still worried that there's some competition here, that somebody's going to come in. Their prize is a steaming pile of dookie. Like, I don't know why you would concern yourself with that. That just shows me that you still have things that you need to heal. You need to stop this. Like, you are clinging here to a past that does not exist. You're protecting a delusion at the expense of everything. You're hurting your soulmate, even if it's on an energetic level. If you think this person can't feel it, they absolutely can. You are responsible for that. You are their man, okay? Or you are their woman. And you need to start seeing yourself in that light. They need caring. Their heart needs protecting. So that's where you need to be focused on, because you need to grieve this. You need to let go of this. This is sad. And I feel like it's always been a third party situation. Even if you don't know about it, it's always been a third party situation. You need to look that dead ass in the face and you need to grieve. Okay. Because I'm telling you, there is a situation coming in that you will not see clearly. You are going to fall right into a trap. If you're still with this messed up person, they're the ones setting it. Or it's like their treacherous, nasty advice is what's getting you involved in it. Probably because they're going to say, like, you know, you need to be an emperor. You need to be a man. This is my emperor wannabe card, right? So you want to seem like you're in control. Even if you're a female, it's like, you want to seem like you're in control. You want to seem like da-da-da-da-da. Don't fall for this. Do not fall for this. Do not fall for this. This karma is continuing to play out, and it will continue to play out so long as you're entertaining this person in your energy. You need to cut ties with this person in the physical. You need to follow through with any plans that you have, and you need to rid them emotionally, because this is a person who will just use you whenever they want to. They will just try to hoover you back in. Even if you move on, they will, this is somebody who will send you like a DM, like you're married, and they're like, hey, because they just want to know that they still have you on the hook. It's gross. So do not fall for this. Spirit is giving you the heads up on this here in the past. Now, I don't know what this is with the 9 of Pentacles in the past. This could be the soulmate who is like independent and everything, and you're leaving that in the past. Oh, look, 8, 9, 10. So I think before you met this person, you were strong and independent. And now, potentially, some of you are like a little scuzzy. I'm saying this with love, okay? Like in the past, you used to be, oh my gosh, that's what it is. I'm hearing, oh, the mighty have fallen. Now, for some of you, I'm feeling like this is somebody else in your energy, okay? Because like in the past, before you got wrapped up in this negative situation with the 9 of Pentacles, you were this. You were strong. You were independent of your own right. You were confident. You were beautiful. You were building something. You were on the right track. This is what was bringing you into alignment here with your soulmate. And then you got kind of like off the rails here. And now... No offense. I hope this is not offensive, but I'm hearing, now look at you. Now, a lot of you have become this. You've become the 7 of Swords, somebody sneaky, somebody treacherous, an emperor wannabe, somebody who is, again, you're meant to be, from the 9 of Pentacles, you should be the emperor. You should be the Queen of Pentacles, or you should be the emperor. Tell me why. Why are you coming up the 7 of Swords and the 4 of Pentacles? Again, or this is somebody around you. This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. It's beneath you in every way. So, I'm hearing this is a wake-up call. This is a stick up, divine intervention. This is like an intervention. I feel like the Chaos Covenant has gathered here by your spirits. We are holding this intervention from you. You are done with this, sir. You are done with this, sir. Okay, we are all your family. Whether you know it or not, we're all your soul family. I don't know who this is for. We have gathered here today in order to tell you need to get real with yourself. You have been very loudly messaged, and this is okay. This is not okay. Somebody is being hurt. People are being hurt. There's collateral damage here, and you are complicit. And you need to wake up and smell the coffee. Okay, this is not a good situation for you or for anybody else. If somebody wants to come in here and fight for your prize, so what? Get a better prize. This person ain't shit. And you need to see that. You need to move on. And you were meant to have the 10 of Pentacles. And then now, like, you're working very hard, but all it gives you is instability and a perpetual choice. Like, you never feel confident, and it's because of your values, because you're going back and forth on your values. So what is it that this person gives you, huh? Like some kind of power, some kind of... no, they don't. It won't. In the future, this person won't. This is going to tip for you. You are going to be put in a very precarious situation, and you are going to have to find your way out of it and find your own temperance. And that's your karma in this situation, because the only way to find your temperance in this situation is to cut ties with this negative energy. You may feel like there's an extreme change in fortune, right? This is, and I have a lot of compassion for this, okay? But I just feel like I'm just seeing that horse, like, and I'm just like prodding you out of the barn, like, go on, go. It's like, you don't want to be in the barn. You want to be in the field. Somebody put you in a barn, and you think you're free. You think you're free, and somebody put you in a barn, and they like just control everything about you. And it ain't shit, and it ain't cute. Because I feel like you are meant to be independent. Your soulmate knows that and likes that and wants to give you that. So this may be some kind of like drastic change in fortune for you. But it's what's needed. And this is you leaning more into your spiritual values and like your temperance values and not your worldly values. Because, Scorpio, the very end, Jesha, they conquer the world. They can be a womanizing energy, but they conquer the world, and they conquer the world to realize it ain't enough. It's not what it's about. That's where you're at. You need to look at this clearly. What has all this brought you? What has all of this brought you? Extreme amounts of disrespect, a lying partner. You don't feel comfortable. You have no love in your situation. I don't know what passes for love for you. Craving, lust, games, challenge, competition. I'm not sure what this is, okay? But it's crap. And I just heard for some of you, there's spiritual charges being drawn up because you've modeled this for your children and you knew better the whole time. And so you've tampered with others' souls because you have karma with your children's souls. And so some of these, okay, because your children usually are tied karmically to one parent or the other. So for some of you, it's like, yeah, you have like those children were tied to you specifically karmically. so that you could be a different way. And so even if you were with your soulmate, you still would have had that soul as a child. They just would have had a much better situation, and that soulmate has a much better effect on you. And so you would have actually been clearing out the karma, but you didn't. And some of you have exacerbated this, and you've made this worse in some way, because you've given them very bad advice, immoral advice, or you have behaved in an underhanded, immoral way in order to try to save face. And for some of you, like, you could have left the child behind in order to save face with this like karmic partner as well. That was the child. If you left a family, or like, that was the child that is your soulmate and that you love very much, and you were set out to make something right with that child, and it's not okay what you did. I'm hearing, and this child is loving, and that child is forgiving towards you, and I think is elevated. They're more elevated than you. They're more spiritual than you, which is why they were sent in. Because whatever bullshit went on, they were able to weather it better, I think. So they still went in, and they were like, come on, like, you know, you can do it. This person, I think you would know that this kid has this, like, you got it, you know, kind of a, it's okay. I'll be fine. You know, they just kind of like, no, listen to me. No, you are their parent. This child should not be comforting you. You got it? No. Your emotions are leading you astray. You need to stop. Your emotions are wrong in this situation. I hate to tell you. If you're wrapped up in this, your emotions are wrong. You need to get your head on your shoulders. You need to go away. You need to get some clarity, and you need to figure out your way forward. And you need to make a choice here. And it needs to have to, I don't know what your emotions are that are telling you that this is love, but it just isn't. It just isn't. It's selfishness. Some of you might even be saying like, well, I love my family, and I love my this, and I love my that. No. This isn't love. You love yourself. You love your reputation. You love your boat. You love your second house more than you love these people. Some of you, this is a stick up. You're done. You're at the end of the road. There's been karmic judgment on this. This is seen very clearly on the other side. The only person you're fooling is yourself. I even feel like these kids, like if there's kids in the mix, they see you for exactly what you are. They're like, mom or dad, they're very selfish. They don't care. They just want what they want, like, or they will see this, like when they grow up. This is a child who potentially, even if they don't see it when they're a kid, when they grow up, they're gonna have a very elevated perspective. Like whoever this karmic situation, this karmic child is, because I'm telling you, they're more advanced than you spiritually. They're gonna see this for exactly what it is, and they are gonna feel bad for you. But it's like, that's not the position that you're meant to be in. Because this person's going to clearly see what their mom or their dad is and what they've done to you, and potentially like the family. So you need to get real about this. You need to be the parent. You need to be the adult, and you need to model a behavior that this elevated child is going to be, that can respect. I think this is a matter of, I'm hearing, I know what it feels like to look at my dad and to not feel respect. Some of you know that very potently. So don't be that to a child. You need to go hermit mode. So this was a tough message. I'm still hearing it. This is a stick up. You're done. Spirit is saying you are done, and you will regret this. There is a trap. And for some of you, you've already been through this, and you're like, why? I don't understand. I'm doing all the right things for my family, for my this. And Spirit is like, you are selfish as hell. Like, stop it. You can have people that are codependent and that enable this behavior in you in your real life. Some of you have surrounded yourself with yes people, or people that want your power, or people that want your money, or something like that. But we're not doing that. This is all, you can dress your selfishness up any which way you want. We see it very clearly. This is done. This is done. This is over. You're being called out. And you'll be called out more than more on the physical, because spirits have really had it with this situation. It's nasty. It's causing harm to people, good people who have seen the situation clearly, people who have seen their value clearly, people who have seen their worth clearly. And for some of you, it's like, it's going to come out about this person that you've chosen somebody else over. It's going to come out like to whoever this is in some way, shape, or form that you have disgraced or harmed. They're going to be like, damn, I really am great. I was here thinking that I couldn't like hold a candle to this person because they were looking this way and that way. And it's going to be very clear to them that they dodged a bullet, or that they were just too good for like this situation. They don't know how they got wrapped up in it. So you have been warned. You have been warned. That's what this is, a stick up. Like, I just keep hearing it. And some of you have secrets that should be coming the fuck out. Yeah. Because you've been trying to be strategic. Stop being strategic. Lead with your heart. Crack that sucker wide open. I'm hearing the people who love you, this has a protective effect that I don't think you quite realize. The people that love you are going to love you. Like when you crack your heart open and you lead from that place and vulnerability, and you think, oh my gosh, people are going to see my weaknesses, and people are going to see all the mistakes I made. I'm telling you, people are going to see it anyway. If this hasn't already happened to you, people are going to see it anyway. You're at the end of the road with this because it's false. Whatever can be killed by the truth, let it be killed by the truth. The truth will always come out. What is done in darkness will always come to light. Some of you are about to live this. Some of you have quoted these things to other people. I'm hearing, we made sure you knew it. So it's like if you were trying to like get up on your high horse, or if you've been trying to act like you have it all and you weren't correcting people and people look up to you, then no, that's not tolerated, because all you're doing is leading people astray. And Spirit is wanting people who can actually do it, like to be leading with Leo. Heart space, leading from the heart space. And I'm here, we're going to ask you one more time. I'm going to play nice one more time. And then you won't like the way this goes. Woo-wee. Ramana is just like smiling at me. I just keep hearing it. This is a stick up, stick up. Okay, because somebody here, and I just saw that I've been praying. Listen, somebody here has prayed for their karmic justice. Somebody here has elevated. And this is a response to that. Spirit's responding. Spirit's being fair to you. Spirit's saying, look, somebody's called this bill due. Okay, so it's coming due. Pay up or it's going to happen. I just saw Libra Virgo. So that's Chitra. This is something needs to go. And it's going to be painful. Expect it. It's going to be painful because it was a huge lie. One that a lot of you were complicit with for a lot longer than you cared to admit. What did you think was going to happen? That was just going to go on forever? Like you have to... It's going to hurt, okay? But you need to be a part of it to rebalance the scales. Some of you are afraid of this person, and that's passing for love. Tell me why. Okay, this is like a past life karmic connection that maybe was very sexual. This person has always leached off of you, is what I'm getting. This person has always leached off of you. That is the entirety of your legacy, whoever this karmic is. Yeah, you like work very hard, and then like some of you have gotten some like breakaway, like very sudden success, and then this person was like, ooh, I'm gonna stick in. Ooh, I'm gonna stick in. That's like what happens. That's what plays out is like it could have been very sexual between the two of you in the past, and then all of a sudden you got some kind of sudden success and this person wants to come sniffing back around. You'll notice that this person won't commit to you unless there is some kind of sudden success. For some of you that in this lifetime, if you are with a soulmate and you just keep thinking about like a past person who is this like shitty person, your karma with this soulmate is that whenever this nasty person comes back around and you've gained a little bit of success, you leave them and you go to this other nasty person and you give them everything. And that's no longer being tolerated because the soulmate has like graduated on. So if you have not been successful, it's because they can't trust you not to up and leave this soulmate. And for some of you, that is the trap that is coming in, where this person's going to send you some secret message. If you keep that message hidden, you've sealed your fate. You've sealed your fate. If you know, it's okay to think about it. You need to not respond. You need to say, I have moved on. I'm in love now. I'm, whatever. I'm not trying to, now that I'm successful, I'm not trying to give you anything. That's the karma that you need to break. Anyways, I just keep hearing it. This is a stick up, stick up. I feel like Spirit is really showing out here for the soulmate. It's like she may not have, or he may not have family or protectors because everybody else had something better to do. Somebody better they wanted to protect. But I'm telling you, I just heard they have older brothers. They have older brothers. And what is it? The Mahatmas. It's the Mahatmas. You guys have like aligned yourself with some kind of great soul. So that was interesting. So any advice here, Spirit? So some of you needed to hear that because you have asked for justice, your karmic justice here in this situation. Some of you, again, like I'm thinking back to somebody who was like, well, how can I trust them? How can I know? Oh, Spirit's going to take everything from this man. So when this person is penniless and drained and depressed and has nothing because he's been gallivanting and living a lie and feeding the wrong energies, that's who's going to try to come back. And then I think you're going to realize this person's like down and out and they've only really are considering you because now they're having a bad go of it. You're going to see that very clearly. So it's like, it's going to become obvious. Something about the karma that's coming in is going to become, there's a shapeshift. It's going to become obvious. Like this, when this person comes back, it's going to be obvious their motivations. Like the position that Spirit will put this person in, it will become obvious their motivations. All right. Anything else? So you are just being advised to delight in the arts without having to be a professional. Alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. That's what all this karma is. Don't be superficial. Don't buy in some superficial bullshit, and don't pledge your allegiance to superficial energy. Caring more about your image than you care about people's hearts and the emotions involved in a situation. This has been bad, because somebody here who started off with a heart is now very superficial. That's why I was like, tell me why. Tell me why you're the 7 of fucking swords right now. Are you kidding me? You should have been the King of Pentacles. You should have been the Emperor. And now you're the 7 of swords and the Emperor wannabe. Explain that. You're going to have to explain that, because that wasn't this person's natural trajectory. Ooh, I'm getting heated. Yeah, just, I don't know. I feel like just don't be superficial. That's what this is saying. Like, continue on in your path, connect with your love energy. Some of you, like, you're being encouraged to like connect with a craft that you love, anything that's going to get that heart energy online. That'll help you weather the storm here. So some of you, as a part of the main message, you received this message so that you know Spirit is not playing. Spirit has given this person a warning. I'm hearing like 2 to 3 weeks is going to start unfolding for this person massively, if it hasn't already, because some of these people, it's been so obvious that Spirit doesn't need to give them a warning. They've been warned, and they've been very complicit, and they know exactly what it is that they're dealing with, and they continue to play ball. So those are the types of people where Spirit doesn't have to give them a warning, because they damn well know what it is that they've gotten themselves involved in, and they're very complicit. So for some of you, it's like that's exactly what's going on here. And that's the karmic retribution that you have asked for. But for others of you, it's like you know that me giving you this message, like you know that this is for a soulmate or somebody that did you really dirty in the past and wants to maybe apologize with their words but not correct their situation. That won't be tolerated. So that's Spirit is just like letting you know. For others of you, that was a divine intervention that we all gathered here today to assist you in receiving. And I know I've gotten this message before over on Patreon. There are certain members of my community, like both here and on Patreon, they have some kind of psychic gift where they can oversee the energy of a group, and they can make sure that everything like above board. They're meant to witness what was going on in the group and what effect that was having potentially towards me and other people in the group, because there's something about like giving really, really hefty karma. And so I feel like this has been overseen. The fact that you've been told has been like overseen by like very certain types of souls that have a certain type of psychic ability. All right. So in thought and in word, not deed. Yeah. So, yeah, there's major karma coming. And for some of these people, it's like they've just been told. They've just been told. So that's what I have for you guys. And I'm going to calm down and have my Chipotle and move on with my day, knowing that I've kept my side of the street clean. And that I don't have any gross, nasty karma that's coming my way. And this is our karmic reward for those of us who live our life above board. Nice. Yes. Okay. So I think that's all I have. Thank you guys for spending your Friday with me. I do have a reading coming out tomorrow. It should be out tomorrow. I am going to try to film that this afternoon to be up on Patreon. And it is, what are their secret feelings for you? So that should be interesting after we've just done this one. But so I'll see you guys over on Patreon tomorrow. It's a pre-recorded video. But yeah. Okay, thank you guys for showing up. I hope that you have a great rest of your day. Enjoy your Chipotle if you're getting it. And by the way, I do sell these candles. They are very clean candles. Alex can drop the link in the comment section if you are interested in getting yourself something a little special, something witchy. They are intention based. So as like just forming the ritual of connecting with the candle that has been formulated to help support like your intentional practice and just lighting that. So if you are interested, they are 100% soy. They are very clean candles, and we have the black and the white containers for both like protective and purifying properties. It looks really elegant, I think, in any space. So you don't have to feel like weird about having your witchy candles. You don't have to like put them in the closet when your relatives come to visit that might not understand your spirituality. And it's just really, really high quality. So there's more information on like the link. Yeah. Alex just dropped the link. So that's just if you're interested. So, all right. Thank you guys for showing up. Bye guys.